All right. Here we go. I should be live, I think. Let me make sure that is the case. All right. I'm looking good on Facebook. We're going live on Facebook. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Should be going live as well on this other platform called Rumble. Everybody, strap yourselves in. It's about to get real silly. Ace Angelo, Raggle Fraggle. All right, let's not waste any time.
In the shadows, they send us in to find them.
Watcher to 6 actual. Target is in the main house. You have execute authority.
Bravo 6. Going dark.
Working. There we go. Okay, I got everything to work. Bro, what the fuck? Okay, I just got a message from Undead Chronic. Can you guys hear me? I hope you guys can fucking hear me. Guys, fucking heart emojis in the chat, fucking gorilla emojis in the chat. I need some indication that the fucking microphone is working. Let me make sure the audio is fucking working too. Oh man, dude, like I saw this notification that my computer needs to be updated. I'm like, oh, I don't need to fucking do shit. Dude, it was literally just working like 2 seconds ago. Okay, we got Ace Angelo in the chat. All right, guys, let me just do my fucking spiel really quick. I'm so surprised that it actually worked. Under Chronic, dude, shout out to Under Chronic. I just sent him a whole bulk of receipts. Let me do my little quick pitch really quick. So, before we begin, greetings to everybody. I'm back, and I'm glad to be here once again for another exciting episode of the Watchfrogs. I appreciate every single one of you joining as always. Now, before we begin, please be aware, I am live on dlive, Trovo, Kick, Facebook, Rumble, X, formerly known as Twitter, Twitch.tv, and YouTube. For those who enjoy or prefer the audio-only experience of the show, you can head over to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere else where podcasts exist. Of course, links are in the description. There are also other ways to support the show. Please head on over to my Subscribe Star. You can also generously donate to me on my Cash App or head over to my locals page and support me that way. Keep me independent. We got a lot to go over. I don't want to waste any time. Let me go ahead and switch some things up here really quick. Yeah, it works now. Yeah, dude, I swear on my life. I swear on my God is my witness, right hand up. I was like, okay, I got to test the levels. Everything looks pretty good. I haven't streamed since Tuesday. I know I neglected you guys. It was literally just working. I do the switch and it just takes a shit on me. I don't know why it was doing that. Yeah, so I've just been incredibly busy. So I wasn't able to stream on Tuesday. I think there was like a big election on Tuesday. Don't care. Trump already won. What else? What else happened? Helping my friend do this motorcycle stuff. He's going to be buying a motorcycle. Went out with him. And yeah, there's been some drama. Not with me. I'm okay. Just, you know, my mom's not doing so well. Gotta make sure she's okay. She's probably gonna come visit me any minute now. Whatever. She's gonna have to wait because I gotta do the show. Because again, I don't like missing a show. So if I missed a show, some shit was going down for sure. Also, I completely redid my living room, and there's like an 85-inch TV in there, and just for like games and stuff, because I don't like being cooked up in this office. Oh shit, hold on. Oh, there we go. There I am. I am so sorry, you guys. I was hiding the whole time. Oh God, excuse me. Yeah, totally fucked that up. So anyways, yeah, I've just been like there's a lot of shit going on behind me. I gotta clean this office up. It's a fucking mess. I got puppets everywhere. I gotta do those videos. I gotta redo those videos doing the instructions for like the puppet patterns and shit. And yeah, you have a mom simp. Oh God. All right, the mutiny in the chat, not even like what, 5 minutes in? Oh shit, I wasn't even fucking recording. Dude, fuck it, it's too late to record. It's too late to record. I'm just gonna have to rip the audio from the stream. You dirty goyim office. Yes, I am a dirty goyim. You guys got me. So yeah, let's not waste any time. We gotta dive into some really important developments. We're gonna get into the pop culture stuff in a minute. I just sent a bunch of receipts to a friend of the show. You've seen a woman? I know, right? I've seen a woman. I've come out of a woman. I've dated a woman. Almost got married to a woman. I am turbo simp. Yeah, I'm a sucker for the babes. What can I say? I saw Hannah Gutierrez get, the handcuffs put on her. She's going to fucking jail for being complicit in the death of Helena Hutchins. And look, Hannah Gutierrez looked like a little goblina prior to the shooting. And the day of the shooting, with the purple hair, she looked retarded. But I saw her in the courtroom. She's looking kind of cute, man. I don't know. She lost like 15, 20 more pounds. Hashtag would. What the fuck are your puppets doing to each other in the back? Look, I just placed the puppets back there. I plan to do like a fun show with the NPC. With the NPC puppet. Yes, guys, you're getting a glimpse of the NPC puppet. Someone, I can't say who, wanted one. And they're like, yeah, I want to do some stuff to it. And I still have not finished Vito's puppet. Again, life is just, I've been so fucking busy. Like I'm about to start mush mouthing. Fuck, I've already fucking this up. Rookie's probably laughing her ass off. All right, guys. There's like no political news, nothing really interesting to say. There's like a couple things I just wanted to highlight, and it's more like cultural than anything else. And it's about that girl who died, and the weird messaging of this retard who was rigged into office. Oh my God, there's a fucking plane blowing up and everything here. What's going on here?
Look to Dr. Sherwood. Are we moving?
Joe Biden, wake up. Joe Biden, wake up. 9/11.
One of the things that I strongly believe is
Joe Biden, wake up.
I should probably go home. I'm tired.
Joe Biden,
I don't remember that.
wake up.
Joe. I'm tired.
Joe Biden,
What's happening?
Joe Biden,
What's happening? Joe.
It's like the intro to that Civil War movie from May 24.
Mr. President, wake up.
You should have to pay nearly $6,400.
All right, so Borden, Jesus Christ. Look, Rookie, when you say mushmouth, you manifest it into reality. All right, from now on, mushmouth is officially banned from the chat. I don't want to hear that word. I don't want to read that word. It's going to fuck me up. All right, so Biden sparks outrage as he apologizes for using illegal to describe Laken Riley's accused illegal alien killer. I'm not going to say migrant. He's an illegal alien, and he's also really fat. Let me see. Do we got a picture of this guy? Yeah, so we got a fat Latinx male here. And the thing about these guys, these Latinx males who are very fat, is that they're very entitled. They're entitled to my tax dollars, which is going to pay for their food, which is why they're so like big. They're entitled to free housing, or at least they believe they are. And of course, the permanent government, the regime, gives it to them. And because they hear on the news from Netflix, from the pedophiles in Hollywood and the internationals, they hear that they're stunning, that they're brave, they're magical, they built the world. People like Jose Antonio Ibarra. So this guy, he thinks that he built the modern world. He thinks he is responsible, and people who look like him are responsible for all the wonderful things in this world. And now he feels entitled to white pussy. He feels entitled to white women. So he chased down this really cute nurse, this cute girl right here. He chased her down, trying to grape her. And he panicked. He was so scared because, she's kind of like, fit. She's a cute girl. She could probably run. She runs a lot faster than this fat guy for sure. But she fucked up because he got too close and he beat her up so badly. She was hideously disfigured. Probably unrecognizable to this loving family here. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, the congresswoman, she trolled Biden. She's like, say her name. And Biden took the fucking bait. Joke Biden might lose the presidency because of this issue, because of Laken Riley's death, and because Marjorie Taylor Greene successfully trolled him at the State of the Union. President Joe Biden sparked outrage Saturday as he apologized in a new interview for using the word illegal to describe Laken Riley's alleged killer during the State of the Union address. What more needs to be said? He said it's despicable. Let's see if we can find the video of it. I'm sure. I think I have it loaded up here. Let's just move on. Yeah, it's right here, I think. Yep, this is it. It's only 53 seconds long. So again, MSNBC posts, President Biden tells blah, blah, blah. He regrets using the term illegal alien.
I noticed the look of surprise on your face when you walked into the chamber and you saw Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. It was priceless. You feigned shock at seeing her. But during your response to her heckling of you, you used the word illegal when talking about the man who allegedly killed Laken Riley.
An undocumented person. And I shouldn't have used illegal. It's undocumented. And look, when I spoke about the difference between Trump and me, one of the things I talked about on the border was that the way he talks about vermin, the way he talks about these people polluting the blood. I talked about what I'm not going to do, what I won't do. I'm not going to treat any of these people with disrespect. Look, they built the country. The reason our economy...
No, they fucking didn't, dude. No, they fucking didn't. People are like, oh, dude, America was built by immigrants. No, America was carved out from nothing by settlers, brave settlers who came to this country and they built it from nothing, from scratch.
Economy's growing.
People like that fat Latinx illegal alien didn't do anything. They come here in this country, they come to this country with their hands out, and they're saying, Biden, 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 Biden. And they got their hands out. And what do they get? They get free housing. They get free food. They get those Obama phones. Dude, their phones are nicer than mine. And they don't even got jobs.
We have to control the border and more orderly flow, but...
Let's hear this out one more time.
Look, they built the country.
No,
the reason our economy is growing. We have to control the border and more orderly flow, but...
Yo, what's this we shit? What do you mean this we gotta control the... Dude, you're the fucking president. Allegedly. Dude, that's your job, dude. It's like literally one of the most important things that you have to do is make sure that America doesn't get invaded by people who aren't Americans, you know? Like, it's literally your fucking job. It's like, oh, we gotta stop this. Dude, that's your fucking job, dude. And then this fucking pussy interviewing him. Like, dude, where's the pushback? Where are the journalists with balls to hold people like this accountable? I mean, we're told that they're like the defenders of democracy and all this other bullshit. Dude, all he's doing is like sucking on his balls. Disgusting. I can't stand this. So there it is. We got to show respect to the people who rape and murder pretty cute girls. Biggest Dickus, what's up, man? Glad that you're here. Yeah, but dude, that's what they say. Ace Angelo, I'm not making a joke. There's videos of these like illegal, and they're all fat too. So again, we're told that again, like the only reason for like a legit refugee to like abandon their country if it's like being invaded, is like an epic war or maybe even famine. Like, okay, the food's not fucking there. Obviously, you're not gonna stick around. But all those Latinx people, all the people that are coming over the border, they're all fucking fat. They're all fucking fat. So they're not starving, okay? And I don't know. I did a quick Google search, and there's no war in Latin America. I don't know about. I don't live in Africa. I've never been to Africa before, but like again, I was on Google, and there's some conflict in the Congo. I guess there's like some civil war there, but I mean, there's like a bajillion other countries in Africa. Africa's a big continent. Why the fuck did they got to come here? Same with Asia. Now we're getting like a bunch of military-age Chinese males showing up at the southern border. And those people aren't starving. Is there like some mass famine in Asia that I'm not aware of? Again, they're being imported into the country. They're being flown around all over the country. Every state is a border state. Besides the point, we have Joe Biden, who impresses upon the American people that we need to show respect and kindness to the kind of guys who come to this country and they feel entitled to a woman's body. And they're killing them and they're raping them. And this is our strength. And by the way, I always like challenge these libtards, these morons. It's like, can you give me an example of like President Trump like legitimately being a racist or bigoted in any way? When he was talking about vermin and shit, he was talking about the cartels, the gangs. By the way, also, isn't it kind of odd how we hardly ever hear about gang activity or cartel activity in pop culture and in the media? It's almost like the regime doesn't want you to know that this problem exists. The regime does not want you to know that elements or parts of our country have been captured in our complete and total control by the cartels, Mexican cartels, Sinaloa, MS-13. Well, they're not Mexican, I think, but yeah, they don't want us to know. Now we have these little scooter gangs and shit in New York. The federal government, by the way, is going to send them like $106 million or $106 billion. I don't remember. I just read it this morning to New York City so they can give all that money to the illegal aliens so they can continue to live for free. It's the country that we live in. So, yeah, he said that we got to apologize to these people. The Daily Beast, they report. White House. So they got a lot of pushback for that statement. White House insists Biden didn't apologize for the illegal quip during the State of the Union because people got pissed. They got mad. They're like, dude, that guy, that fat retard, raped and murdered a girl. Why the fuck are you apologizing and talking about kindness? I would just want to remind people, in 2016, there were two major incidences that were largely responsible for the downfall of Hillary Clinton. There was a mass shooting in Texas of a Magic American. He was on a tower. He was on a, not a tower. He was on a very tall building, and he was shooting at cops. He killed like 6 or 7 or 8 of them. And dude, the text messages I got from like well-meaning people who are kind of like normies, I can't even repeat what they were about the shooter, about BLM, about these violent activists that promote violence. And Obama himself, because he was a surrogate for Hillary Clinton, he was campaigning on her behalf. He's like, oh, well, the cops aren't innocent either. It's basically what he said. I don't remember the exact verbiage, but that's basically what he said. And then there was another mass shooting. I think it was in Florida at the Pulse nightclub, where of a Middle Eastern male of a certain religious background, can't say what it is, I don't want to get flagged on YouTube, he called the police, and he swore his allegiance to a violent terrorist organization that the U.S. military was like going after and stuff, and apparently Trump wiped them out. And now they're back all of a sudden. Now that Biden came back, or that he was fraudulently elected, they're back all of a sudden. But he pledges allegiance to this terror organization on the phone. Hillary Clinton's response: oh, well, we got to show kindness and compassion. What about the Americans who were slaughtered ruthlessly in a nightclub? I know, because they're rainbow people, a lot of guys, a lot of girls, that are on my side of the political spectrum, they don't care. But I do. I don't like violence. And again, I got nothing against the rainbow people. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? There's only one person that was talking sensibly about that incident, and that was President Trump. Now it's 2024. We're on the brink of the most consequential election in American history. There were quite a few of them. This is going to be one of them. And one side of the political spectrum is saying we need to show compassion and kindness towards the kind of creepy, pathetic, thirsty men who want to rape women and have access to their bodies. We need to show compassion towards them. That is what the Biden regime wants us to do. That is what the Lugan press wants us to do. And then along comes Trump speaking honestly about this. He is going to win the 2024 election. And now that Magic Americans are being replaced at a disproportionately higher rate, I think a lot of them we're going to see trends that we've never seen ever in American history, in American politics. Fix your hair, zombie bomb. This is real hair. Look, it's a fucking mess. I don't know what you want from me, man. I am going to get a haircut after the show, though. My hair is getting too long. It's really windy outside. I was just out there. And you're fucking busting my balls, man. I don't want to hear it, man. It's my day off. And this is what you do to me, zombie bomb. Oh, I got a bunch of... Have you showered yet? I took an Italian shower. An Italian shower is where you get Axe body spray. And, you just go, and then you go out and hope that nobody notices. Why is it stuck to your face? Dude, it's not stuck to my face. Zombie bomb. Oh, let me look at the microphone really quick. Okay, first off, my hair looks fine. Okay, my hair looks fine. Zombie bomb is just busting my chops. Let me read some of these comments really quick. Oh my God, sorry guys, I've been neglecting you. I've been I've been on one for sure. That woman probably voted for Biden. So I don't want to assume, because the family has come out. They rejected going to the State of the Union, which is probably a good idea. It would have been a shit show if they were there. It would have been even worse for Biden had they been there. But they are very receptive, and they're hanging out with President Trump. Trump is extending his condolences. He's giving them a microphone. He's giving them a platform, and they're spreading more awareness, even more so than ever before. And I think that's good. I think that family's pissed, and I think they want justice. This is why chicks vote for him. That is how their mind works too. He looks like a McDonald's staffer. I don't know. The McDonald's staffers around Vegas are pretty cute. Okay, we got some more comments about my hair. Zombie bomb. What the fuck are your puppets doing to each other? Nothing. I already messaged all that. LOL, La Goblina. Yeah, dude, she looked like a Goblina. Dude, Hannah Gutierrez really looked like a Goblina. A little Goblina. Mexicans, all of them. I don't think they're all Mexicans. Again, if they were like all Mexicans, that'd be like way preferable to all the shit that's happening right now. Like, like if I had to choose, bro, it's like at least, you know, like Latinx people, they're coming across the border, they're doing the Macarena. Like, I'm not threatened by that. I'm not scared. But now we're getting like, you know, people from the Middle East, they're like, my name is Ali Hassan Salami. You don't know who I am, but soon you will. And I'm just like, whoa, what the fuck? You know, we gotta do something about that. All right, so this is Biden's horseshit response. He did apologize. He's pretending he didn't. And then let's see. Trump meets with the family of Lake and Riley while Biden apologizes to alleged killer. This is breaking 911. So yeah, the family, I think the dad is wearing a Make America Great Again hat. So the family's very receptive and warm to President. Again, dude, they might not even like Trump or maybe just like not really like down with like to vote for him or whatever. But when your family is brutally victimized, when your baby daughter is ruthlessly murdered by a fat, thirsty Latinx male, and the only person who was like, you know what? I will be your champion. I will take all the hits for you guys. I will fight for Lake and Riley. I will fight for this family so they get some fucking justice. So people notice. I'm going to force CNN and MSNBC to talk about it. They're going to run into the arms of President Trump. And I saw that vigil, man, for Lake and Riley. Dude, the regime fucked up, man. She was way too cute to be raped. She was way too cute to be murdered. And her murderer, alleged murderer, is a fat Latinx male who looks like a thug, a criminal. And by the way, he is a career criminal. He has a criminal rap sheet. He endangered a 5-year-old. Oh, by the way, shout out to everybody on Facebook, on Rumble, and all the other platforms. Hopefully I'm live on dlive. I can't check because I want to get through the show. But yeah, shout out to everybody who's joining me. Thank you. So yeah, let's see if there's any new information. So here's President Trump embracing, hugging, and kissing the family.
You used the word illegal.
Oh, okay.
When
So we already heard this before. So yeah. This is the tale of two candidates. The tale of two presidents. Even though one of them is illegitimate. We got Trump embracing victims of grotesque violence. And then we got this fruitcake joke Biden, who, by the way, commits the equivalent to stolen valor, regular guy stolen valor, pretending to be a working class guy. He's never had a real job. He's like Bernie Sanders. Like, at least Bernie Sanders is honest, though. But joke Biden pretends that he's done a job like mine. He pretends that he can do a fucking man's job. I would love to see you on your feet for 10, 12 hours a day, even in his prime. I doubt he could do it. I would love to see it. He said he pretended to be a truck driver. I would love to see him even just turn on a semi truck. I don't believe he can do it. and then he pretended to be. He's trying to like steal street cred, right? Because like Trump has actually been arrested. Joe Biden pretended to be arrested with Nelson Mandela, so he's trying to pretend like he's got like street cred, like he's been locked up, like he's been behind bars. Dude, Joe Biden would literally be covered in shit and piss after the holding period in the safest jail, because he's a pussy, and he's always been a pussy. Street guys like me instantly fucking pointed out. So yeah, fruitcake, my fave blueberry. Yeah, actual fruitcakes are good, like the things that you eat. Under Chronic was here. I didn't get a chance to ban that handsome. No, you will not be banning Professor Chronicus. It was pretty cool. Annie was all blah, 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 like Elmer Fudd. Shut the fuck up, you motherfucker. Is that an NPC puppet in the background? Yes, that is an NPC puppet in the background, and I will be doing fun short form videos with the puppets. The initial plan is to do funny short form videos with those things. Hopefully after this week, because I gotta clean the space up. I gotta just clean up some other things, and I was just helping people out this week, so I wasn't able to stream on Tuesday. So anyways, let's continue the show. So yeah, the Tale of Two Presidents. I think that's all the political stuff I wanted to get into. This is actually kind of funny here. The stunning and brave firefighters in New York, the FDNY, they were booing AG Letitia James, who's a fat woman, by the way. She's a very large, stunning and brave woman. She's sassy, and she wants to throw President Trump in jail and steal all his money and shit. So yeah, let's watch this video. Yeah, so essentially, AG Letitia James, worthless woman, by the way, very corrupt. She was booed, and the firefighters were chanting Trump the entire time, and like Trump 2024 and shit. Kyle Rittenhouse, this is disgusting. I encourage all FDNY firefighters to leave New York and transfer to a department that will have your back and support your First Amendment rights. Yeah, so for whatever reason, the FDNY was forced to go to this stupid ceremony where a chaplain is being celebrated only because they are Magic American and female. I didn't even know there were Magic American female chaplains, but apparently we have one now in New York. So FDNY firefighters booed Letitia James, who's trying to throw President Trump in jail. Firefighters are now being asked to turn themselves in or risk being hunted down. Memos and emails from the Uniform Fire Officers Association and Uniform Firefighters Association are circulating the memos. Oh fuck, man, I can't read all that shit. All right, gents, this is the talking points. Please have the DCs start the visits tomorrow on the 9X and continue on the 6X. I understand that this is late notice, so have the visit, blah, blah, blah. Bits is investigating this, so they will figure out who the members are. I recommend they come forward. I have been told by the commissioner it will be better for them if they come forward and we don't have to hunt them down. The DC shall direct the captain of the company to make a list of those that come forward and send it directly to John and Kevin in operations. I realize members might not come forward, but they should know that there is a clear video of the entire incident and they will be contacted by Bits if they don't. Yeah, so these firefighters are committing the crime. I think it's called, in 1984, they call it face crime or mouth crimes or something. They committed a thought crime. We saw a lot of this in Soviet Russia where a certain group that should not be named seized power over the Eastern Europeans. And if you did not sufficiently celebrate the leaders who embraced the Bolshevik ideology or the Communist Manifesto, which is not European in nature, by the way. If you didn't clap sufficiently enough or celebrate sufficiently enough, they would throw you in prison. They would hunt you down. You would be gulagged. And that appears to be happening here in New York. By the way, these firefighters, they are the best of the best. These are the most elite firefighting group in the entire country. They've dealt with some of the most heinous shit imaginable in human history. In American history, I apologize. And now they're being hunted down. and they're supposed to be re-educated. Let me see. Letitia James gets drowned out by loud booing from New York firefighters and chanting. Here's another angle. It's a lot of booing. Yeah, look, dude, this is why we need Trump back. Dude, Trump held these fat women in government accountable for their actions. And when I first witnessed that, it was music to my ears. I'm like, look, man, the conservatives are like, oh, dude, it's the prayer in school. It's the abortions. It's the fucking trans kids. Nah, dude, it's these fucking fat women in government. They want to control our lives. They want to control our speech. They got to be stopped. And as soon as Trump was holding these fat pigs accountable, they're like, dude, the CIA is like, we got to get rid of them. The FBI is like, we got to get rid of them. The bankers are like, we got to get rid of them. The PDF files in Hollywood were like, we got to get rid of them. And that's why I support the Orange Man.
Oh, come on. We're in a house of God.
You're not a godly woman. Shut up.
First, simmer down. I want to thank Commissioner Kavanaugh and Chief Hodgins for that recognition.
Yeah, dude. So, yeah, this is happening now. So, merely booing these types of political figures, these type of corrupt government officials, yeah, you're gonna get hunted down. Feel free to come at me. I'm never gonna stop making fun of these people. And I get asked like, oh, you're such an intellectual guy, you're so logical and blah blah blah. Like, why do you come out here and you're so fucking mean? Because who fucking cares? These women, these fucking dorks, do not take their job seriously. They obviously do not represent us. What more is there to say? There's nothing I can say that will get them to stop being corrupt morons. So I'm just going to call them fat. I'm going to call them ghetto. I'm going to call them stupid. I'm going to call them cowards, all of which is true. And that gets to them. They don't like being made fun of. They do not like being criticized. Those firefighters didn't, they're not going to like email Letitia James and, let her know, oh, maybe you should stop. I mean, you're going too hard. Reasons X, Y, and Z. Here's the case law that runs contrary to the case against President Trump, and what you should drop the entire. No, they don't care. But when you boo them, when you embarrass them like this, that grabs their attention. They want your complete and total compliance. They want complete and total ideological conformity, or at least the illusion of it. As long as they can, get people in check, that'll suffice. But these firefighters stood up and said, no, we're not going to do this. And I commend them for it. It's exactly what I would do. I would not turn myself in. I would wait for them to come to me. I would make sure that I have all the equipment readily available at all times while I'm at work, or even just if they call me up and you record every interaction and you fucking go viral with it. That's how I would do it if I was these guys. Just don't let these fucking fat retards in government bully you. I'm against this. This is unlawful in my opinion. By the way, had this been President Trump and he was being booed, everybody would celebrate. Nobody would be hunted down for, because the regime wills it. By the way, you want to go after firefighters in New York City? I don't think you can afford it. All right. She sounds kind of ghetto. She is ghetto, by the way. Viva Fry, he does that podcast with, he does that show with Robert Barnes. They were going over, it was Viva Fry by himself. He had this Mel, I don't remember her last name, and she's exposing this insane amount of corruption by the Democratic Party. And this woman right here is using campaign finances to live a very luxurious and lavish lifestyle. Senator Raphael Warnock, the Magic American in Georgia, he uses campaign finance to pay for his kids' private schools. By the way, his kids don't go to a public school. They go to a private school, and it's paid for by the voters because they allegedly they fund the campaign. Interesting how that works, isn't it? They don't like being called fat because women hate reality. That is true, Freedom Marks. By the way, thank you for joining us. Midday stream. What is this madness? What is this madness, Stadia Dispatch? Or Spencer, my buddy here? I missed the Tuesday night show, so I have to do it today. By the way, there's a lot of people turning out right now. Thank you. Everybody who's joining, thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate you being here. I can't wait until children who look up to the up to the Tates, wear a mirror for Halloween and tell people I'm dressed as accountability. Oh God, disavow AC, disavow. He wants to spend the evening with his mommy and did not want to face us after, is what he said earlier. Well, no, I'm actually going to be going out later on tonight, not with my mother. All right, well, the show goes on. All right, so I think that's all I got for politics. Like I said, not much going on. Oh, never mind. Yeah, just a quick article here. Yeah, FDNY boss hunts down staffers who booed. New York Attorney General Letitia James cheered for Trump at promotion ceremony. Yeah, if I'm forced to go to a ceremony like this against my will, and somebody this vile and disgusting is speaking, oh, what's going on here with this guy? Did this dude turn his back on her? Interesting. Commissioner Laura Kavanaugh is trying to track down underlings who booed New York Attorney General Letitia James. And chanted in support of Donald Trump. Yeah, dude, Donald Trump is going to be thrown in prison. She wants to seize all his assets in New York City. And she wants to give it to like illegal aliens or people who demand reparations or something. I don't know. Just a ghetto woman just abusing this guy who's not even a resident of New York, by the way. Yeah, she deserves to be booed. She deserves to be called out. And also like celebrating a chaplain just because of the color of their skin or because they're a woman. Like really? Like who gives a fuck? Like is that really celebrate like praiseworthy? Like who fucking care? I wouldn't have gone. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I wouldn't have gone. I wouldn't have showed up. Just protest the event. What are you going to do? Fire me? I'm a fucking firefighter. You think you can afford to lose like even like 5% of these people? Get out of here. All right. Let's continue. All right. Helldivers do boss apologizes for horrible dev comments. Says Arrowhead has taken action internally to educate our developers. Oh boy. So yeah, there's going to be I'm not going to go like too like super deep into the lore of Gamergate 2. But I'm gonna set the scene right now in 2024 because there's very stark differences between 2024 Gamergate versus the first Gamergate that happened like almost a decade ago. Was listening to podcasts at work and saw you were streaming. Now you hear. Why can you not boo and free America, but I can swear at them in communist Australia? Free America ain't sounding so free. Well, free democracy because the Bolsheviks have taken over. But anyways, back to Helldivers 2 boss apologizing. Yeah. So the devs were not very receptive to legitimate complaints, and some of the devs were making cheeky comments. They were teasing and just being kind of shitty to the people that are buying the game. And from what I can tell, the game is relatively well liked and well made, and I think that's good. However, when people are paying for a product and it can be fixed very quickly, I don't think it's a good idea to attack your customers. Business 101, just don't be mean to your customers. Don't talk shit to them. So this is from PC Gamer, and now they're being educated accordingly. And by the way, if I was a developer for a video game and I was running the company, I'd just be like, yeah, guys, like we just need to focus on making a really good product. We got to be very receptive to any issues that are brought to our attention, and we got to fix it immediately. Like this is our job. And I just like very little social media presence, except for like, hey, what's up, man? We got your complaint. We're looking into it right now. And that's basically it. Don't be fucking mean. Like, come on. Like these games are expensive and they're talking shit to the people that are buying these games. The first Helldivers 2 balance patch went live recently and it hasn't gone over well with some players. Those embers of discontent were fanned by a few members of the Helldivers team. A moderator on the game's Discord server, for instance, said, "Watching you all cry amuses me so much." Why? Dude, I would fire you for saying that. Yeah, dude, you're a moderator. Like, if he's just a moderator, fire him. Ban him from the group. Ban him from the channel. While another said on Reddit that complaints about weapon nerfs were perhaps in reality a question of skill issue. Well, that could be kind of funny, but I don't know. Maybe address it. And if you have a disagreement, why don't you just make your case? Like, this is literally your job. Not to fucking shit on your customers. Bunch of shitters. In response to complaints, these comments, including one developer self-confessed trolling, Arrowhead Game CEO Johan, whatever, the de facto public face of the studio, has taken to Reddit to tell the community that this is not a message that the studio stands behind and that steps are being taken to ensure it doesn't happen again. All right, so the CEO obviously didn't appear to be involved, and this is the right response. It's like, yeah, this isn't how we should be interacting with customers. This is not how we should be addressing legitimate complaints. If you pay for the product, it's our job to make sure that it's not complete shit. And if something is potentially broken, we got to fix it or at least look into it and address it in a way that isn't so shitty. Gamers don't have a lot of representation. They don't really have any political power. Maybe in big numbers they do, which is what we're seeing with Gamergate 2. And the CEO, I think he gets it. He's like, yeah, we don't want the smoke. All right. There's more to this, though. In a similar vein, Dakota Johnson angers Madame Web bosses for dragging the Marvel flop and failing to take any responsibility for its poor box office performance after saying she understands why it bombed. Again, I'm not going to address the majority of this. The $80 million budget film took a worldwide tally of $51.5 million for its opening weekend. Actress 34 claims she understands disastrous failure for Sony movie. Source explained the star's comment have not gone unnoticed by filmmakers. So there's a lot of moving parts to this. There's a lot of moving parts to this. As somebody who actually understands the industry and actually writes and stuff. Again, I'm not going to look into this because I don't really care too much. However, I'm willing to wager, fat cash, Dakota Johnson had nothing to do with the production. She had nothing to do with the writing or the creative decisions of Madame Web. If you produce and wrote and directed this garbage film, you need to not hold the actors or actresses. There's no such thing as actors. You can't hold your actors accountable. This is the rare moment where the woman should not take accountability here. I don't believe she did anything wrong. Yeah, if you failed, that's on you. Dude, the writing was on the wall when that trailer dropped. When you have just a mountain of exposition in the trailer, that's a sign your film sucks. That's a sign that you had test audiences go in to see the film and didn't have a single fucking clue what was going on. And the remedy, instead of not releasing the film or doing a bunch of reshoots and rewrites, we're just going to have a really long trailer with a dialogue of exposition. And then hopefully if they watch the trailer and then they see the movie, they'll get it. The film sucks. However, Dakota Johnson, while it's debatable whether she's innocent or not, dude, you don't drag your film. Hollywood 101. As an actor, you're not going to shit talk the project that you're on. Dakota Johnson was very, very sour being associated with this film. She fired an entire, her publicist, the publicist company. She fired them all because of the shitty film. Yeah, dude, you can't just shit talk these people, dude. Yes, the film sucked. The trailer sucked. Cape shit sucks. Don't shit talk these people. Even if you're right. Well, she is right. And this is the source explained the star's comments have not gone unnoticed by filmmakers. You know what that means? That means she's not going to be, there's going to be a project, or there were a handful of projects coming up, and these filmmakers are like, you know what? That Dakota Johnson, she's got that look. Let's give her a shot. They're not going to give her a shot anymore. She's not going to be associated with those films. And the exact same thing happened with that little girl, the little stunning and brave girl, the Captain Marvel, the annoying one. She shit talked Bob Iger. So again, she's not wrong, but you're not going to be in the next films. I doubt she's going to be in the next films. I doubt they're even going to make any more of these stupid cape shit movies. If they do, they're fucking crazy because none of these things make money, which doesn't really matter to them because they're taxpayer funded. But even worse, they make people look bad. They make the companies look bad. They make Hollywood look stupid. In Hollywood's vanity project, their image is more important than actually making profits. Again, this is all ideological. It's all narrative based. It's all about promoting the so-called message. They don't really care if these films make money. They just need to make them, and they want people to at least not hate them. People hate Madame Web. People hate all this woke bullshit, and even the people associated with it, like Dakota Johnson, they fucking hate it. But you don't have that luxury of hating this film. One, because you were paid pretty darn well. And again, these are your bosses. You can't talk shit about them. Now that the other filmmakers and producers and shot callers in Hollywood notice, expect work to dry up really quick. You're 34 years old, dude. What are you doing? All right. Andrew Tate's going to go to jail, and Aiden Ross is likely responsible because he revealed his escape plans. There was a really smart tweet that I read from Cernovich, and he said that that the war in Ukraine and the Gaza conflict reveal a lot of really fake narratives about the world around us. The Gaza conflict reveals that there's this Islamic unity, this global movement is kind of a farce, doesn't really exist, which I thought was an interesting take. So now that Andrew Tate converted to Islam, are we going to see an uprising of people that are upset about his incarceration, his second one? I doubt it. I think a lot of people are going to be glad that he's gone and no one's going to really care in the grand scheme of things. And hopefully that he's locked away along with his brother for a very long time. I have very little to no sympathy for these people. They're pornographers, and I hate pornographers. I think they should all be, well, I can't say what I think. My opinions about people who create that kind of content are illegal and they're not allowed on this platform. Good fucking riddance. Fuck Andrew Tate. And yeah, they do more harm than good. And another thing that was revealed to us was just how, you know, the Ukraine conflict, you know, it's like, oh, dude, the ghost of Kiev, total bullshit. It's obviously fake, among other things, all of it fake. And it seems like Russia is going to win that conflict. I've been hearing rumors that we're on the brink of or the world or the Ukraine is on the brink of a peace deal. The most acceptable peace deal, Ukraine needs to surrender the Donbass. They need to end their genocide of the people of Donbass. That is what is preferable. And yeah, the world will be a better place. And it seems like, and funnily enough, we can actually thank the Republican Party, Mike Johnson and President Trump, for holding the line and refusing to pass, $1 trillion budgets for Joe Biden to just keep fueling this war and sacrificing the life of innocent European men, Eastern and Western. Yeah, there's no will to fight it in the West, by the way. Again, if America were to declare war against, communist China or Russia, we would lose. There's no will to fight it. Who would fight it? All right. More pop culture news. Yaira just dropped Eric July's Yaira Geeks and Gamers. Again, I like Jeremy, who runs the Geeks and Gamers channel. I know we have some disagreements. I don't really like a lot of his friends. I think they're fake. Well, I know that they're fake and phony and duplicitous, grifter, shitbags, and talentless. But yeah, so I responded. How can you guys shill this shitty ISOM Ripperturd universe when nobody in the Geeks and Gamers orbit has ever bothered to review it for their fans? Your job is literally to critique comic book shit, but ISOM is like the Muhammad of anti-woke content creators. It's weird as fuck. Yeah, that's absolutely 100% true. Like, you can't criticize ISOM. If you criticize ISOM among certain griftosphere circles, you're going to get banished from the group. If you do not sufficiently defend Eric July, you're going to get banished from the group. And just look what happened to Ethan Van Sciver. Ethan Van Sciver was, and he was behaving like a Hollywood guy. He's like, look, Eric July is my friend. I don't really like this comic book, but I'm not going to, poop on Eric July. I'm going to be respectful. And in private, he's like, look, man, I know you don't like Dick Masterson, but a lot of the things that he said was 100% true. Like, just list, don't remove Dick Masterson from the equation. Look at what was said about ISOM. Can you at least look at that? And he said, no, the book is perfect. And then, of course, he tried to strong-arm Ethan Van Sciver, who's a father, who's a husband, who's a good, honorable man, a legitimate businessman. And a lot of people took his side. Now, Ethan Van Sciver has a very popular stream shitting on ISOM and shitting on all these grifter morons. And, he's getting, 2,000, 3,000 viewers a night. And he does a daily show. Just light years ahead of Eric July, who's got a much larger platform, but he's only getting about 300 to 400 to 500 people viewing his show. So, the proof is in the pudding. So yeah, I called out Jeremy from Geeks a Gamer. Again, I'm not really happy about this because I do like me and Jeremy should be bros. We're both pro-Trump. We don't like the woke shit. And, we're both nerds. We like video games. There's a lot of commonality between these groups. But what I don't like is lying and dishonesty. So I come here and do this show. And I love puppets. And I build puppets. I can show you what I'm doing. I like guns. I'm a firearm technician. I can I can teach people and teach them to learn their way around a firearm competently. I can put these things together. I've sold certain things online, all legal. I don't want to say too much on YouTube because you know how YouTube is. I am a legitimate businessman. And there are people that can vouch for me 100% who've watched this show. Again, I'm just an honest dude. And people like that. People appreciate that. You know, again, I'm a fucking nerd. I like video games. I play video games. I love VR stuff. And, you know, I write, you know, I'm a writer. I'm a fucking writer. And I bought this insanely expensive mic because I'm doing an audiobook. I am the real deal. And I'm not begging for money. I'm not, you know, crowdfunding and then pretending to hate crowdfunding. I'm not being a fucking little bitch about it. By the way, the book is already written. All I have to do is finish writing it, finish editing it, and then do the voice narration for the book. And then, of course, chop it up in the way that Audible wants it to be cut up. And I can do all that. And I am doing all that. Again, I'm the real deal. So when people like myself see Eric July saying, I am a comic book writer, I am an artist, I am going to compete with Marvel and DC, and I'm going to dance on the grave of these people. And then it turns out you didn't write the book. It appears to have been written by a ghostwriter, because when even he himself is asked very simple questions about the book, he's unable to do so. Like, what's the plot? What's Act 1, Act 2, Act 3? Where's the climax? What is the motivation for Avery Knox? And he struggles to answer these very simple questions. Like the monster series that I'm working on right now, the book, if someone were to ask me, what's the motivation for the character going on this adventure? Instantly answer that question. Where's the climax? This is the climax. This is what happens. This is what set it off. Here's the beginning, middle, and the end. I can explain it. It's simple. It's clean. Brevity is the soul of wit. That's Shakespeare. It's one of the best rules in life. Simple is good. Simple is sexy. Simple works. ISOM is just it's a fucking mess. And it sucks. And a lot of these guys, like Nerdrotic, again, we probably agree more than disagree on things. And again, he very polished content, you know, the delivery is good, all that stuff. But again, your job is to critique pop culture and nerd stuff. And you have this guy, your friend, Eric July, who made one of the most successful comic books in who knows how long, an independent person. And you can't bother to honestly critique it when this is your job. That's a fucking problem for me, guys. That's why I like doing this shit alone, because I don't want conflicts of interest. I don't want to be compromised. I'm going to be fucking honest with you guys. I'm going to be fucking honest. There's no other way to navigate through this space, because you can lie on the internet, but you can't lie to the internet. And when people do, things just inevitably get worse for them. There's just no point in doing it. Which is why, and like, what sucks about the Sweet Baby Ink stuff is that it's such a big deal that this kind of drowned out the Eric July fuckery, which was almost kind of like a Comicsgate moment. It really was. And maybe it can still be. There's always room to push out the grifters, the duplicitous people. Let's see. As is mod, I too am a businessman. It is a requirement to be a mod. I too write and edit as well. As a mod, we have to be mini geos. Oh, yes. God bless you, AC, my indispensable mod. Agree with us, or we banish you to the Shadow Realm. Every grifter. I know, right? They have to be banished. Didn't the FBI have people in the World of Warcraft looking for terrorists? Yes. We're going to get into that in a second. Let's see. In capitalist America, you beat your consumer before and after he buys the soy slop. Yeah, dude. Like, I don't know what's the deal with these companies beating up on their customers. Like, I don't get it. Speaking of Nerdsoft, you better confess your friend's networking. Oh, dude, we're gonna be doing consume confession because I didn't do it last show, so we're gonna have to do consume confession. D-Man50, does Ribby ever stop by? I don't think I've ever spoken with Ribby before. I haven't seen his content in a minute. A lot of his stuff is really enjoyable though. Really funny guy too, and he's really quick. Let's say I don't think I've seen Ribby on here. Chaz visits the most at the I think Chaz is working. Let's see, mods are, I can't read that. All right. So anyways, let's continue. Let's see. Do I really want to go through all these stats? No. But yeah, Yaira's just not doing as well as they are claiming. Again, AZ heals babyface, talentless hack. All the Grittersphere morons, they're shilling this stuff out pretty heavily. As this post at this very second, I think he's meant to say as I post at this very second, The total amount of books sold is 6,693. If we average that out to $29 for cover A, then they've made almost $200,000 off the Yaira book. That is a lot of money, man. That means $490,000 are from the merchandise sales. The books may not be popular yet, but it's clear the big winner in the campaign is all the merchandise, like posters or shirts. There is room for error, as there could be anywhere from an estimated 50 to 100K in books at high price points, i.e. cover C or CGC signed books. Let's address the actual elephant in the room. The book is late. There's no denying it. In fact, I'll go as far as to say the book isn't even completed or printed. The fulfillment date starts on 5/26/2024. The day the campaign ends, in my opinion, Eric July scrambled in a panic to get Yaira #1 out before technical winter was over on March 19th. We were told that fulfillment was a big issue, something that the Riververse was proud to have, quote unquote, solved. Except when I pre-ordered Yaira #1, I was blindsided by how long it took to even get my book. This is 2 months and 2 weeks long. If Eric had simply been honest about Yaira's delay, more people would be receptive to the book. I'll wait to reserve judgment on how popular the book is to his customer base in a month, but it's too early to tell. The only actual definitive data we can extrapolate from the campaign is more people are interested in everything else but the books at this moment. Yeah, it seems like everyone's like pro Eric, and they're kind of like sick and tired of the Yaira bullshit. And by the way, these names are retarded. Yaira, Larry, Shanghai, Gooding. Like, dude, like, where do you come up with these retarded fucking names? Holy shit. Also, this is clearly a crowdfunded book. It's 100% going to use the funds to make a target number of printed copies, so there isn't a ton of extras sitting in the warehouse. How do I know? They won't reveal the print numbers until late April. Yeah, by the way, this is a big point, because Eric July is saying that he is against crowdfunding. He doesn't support crowdfunding, yet he's doing this shit. That means the book isn't going to go into print until the end of April, after they've gotten a good idea of the data to suggest how much more extra they need to send the printers. Eric won't admit this because it will make his rhetoric about Comicsgate and crowdfunding hypocritical. Yes. Amen, brother. Yeah, this is a Gamergate moment, you guys. This is almost like a quasi Gamergate moment where people are calling out these fucking grifter morons, and it just needs to be done. It needs to be done. So Gio, so you and Gio finally open your OnlyFans. God damn it, shut up. Let's see. I should be a mod. Only a comic can purge commies from each other. I don't want people to be banned for being communists. Communists are more than welcome to be. Everyone is welcome to hang out here. The watchfrogs is for everybody. And people who seek truth. Even communists to a degree enjoy truth. Let's see. Token Eric is my favorite Grift Park character. I like his Wookiee shoulders. Yeah, dude, the Wookiee shoulders are pretty funny. That's a really hilarious image. I saw that. I nearly fell on my ass laughing. All right. But we're not done yet, guys. It gets good. Let me see. You guys are obsessed. No, we're not obsessed. We're not obsessed at all. I don't even know why I highlighted this comment. Oh, God. There's a monkey there. Let's see what Tesso has to say. I think you guys are obsessed with us. I'm only just pointing out my observations. I know it's hard to understand since your Lord and Master Eric is too stupid to understand this concept. But I can, like the Ripperverse, wish for it to be better and still buy products from it while also thinking Eric is autistic, is dumb, can't write to save himself in a life or death situation, is a moron, and so on. I don't have to like Eric to like the Ripperverse. Rippertards can't understand that. It triggers them to no end. Yeah, dude, you shouldn't be giving your money to Eric July. Everybody should just never give money to Eric July ever again. And here, this is why this is such a Gamergate moment. It's right here. So again, it's all merch. It's all promoting. It's all marketing. It's inorganic. This isn't art. And this is one of the main issues with Eric July's really garbage comic book, one of the worst comic books in the last 50 years. He paid an artist, allegedly. He paid an artist to draw the thing. And we discovered very quickly that they used 3D assets. They used it from SketchUp. They used it from like these shady like 3D asset farms. And it's like, dude, like we were like Eric July was blindsided by that. He's like, no way, man. No 3D assets. Who put you? Who. And then as soon as like it was found out, and it was undeniable. There were concrete receipts that this was fucking bullshit. They used 3D assets to make the entire comic book, and they added on a layer to make it look like it was like drawn. And Eric July was like, oh, well, you know, when you try to make, you know, you got deadlines, when you run a business, shit. You know, you got you 3D assets, shit. And like, dude, like, if I was like a legit ripetard, and I was like, yeah, dude, Eric July is so cool, man. He's promoting Christianity. The characters in his book, they're not sucking dick. There's no rainbow propaganda. There's no narrative from wokesters. And like he's drawing it and he wrote it. Well, he didn't draw it. And I don't even think he wrote it himself. I think a ghostwriter wrote it. Because again, Eric July has a difficult time explaining the beginning, middle, end of his own story. And it wasn't drawn. His customers were duped. So he's selling this t-shirt, 3D assets, and we have Avery Knox, the Magic American protagonist, allegedly the protagonist, who's got a giant Jesus cross on his black cock, and it looks like a Roblox character. And then he's like fighting or like in a fighting stance with Yaira. That's the t-shirt. And it's like, my 3D assets. He's selling this t-shirt. And like this is supposed to be an own on me and Ethan Van Sciver and Dick Masterson. Like, dude, you're just basically taking a fat shit in your hand and just like rubbing it in the faces of your fans. Dude, Eric July didn't rob me of my money. He didn't wrong me. He didn't fool me. I knew Eric July was a fucking fraud for a very long time. I initially gave him the benefit of the doubt. He released a really bad cartoon or a comic book, and give him a chance next time. You know, he's going to make like 2 more of these stupid things. And then he just acted the way that he did. Let's see what Ethan Van Sciver, industry professional, has to say. Eric paid an artist a ridiculous amount of money to draw a comic book that raised $4 million. And that artist turned in pages built from free SketchUp 3D artifacts, digitally filtered to look like drawings. Eric didn't understand this. His fans paid him for it. I guess the joke is on his critics who informed him. This shirt is a huge cell phone. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Damn, dude, look at these hairy arms on Eric July. Unbelievable, man. How could you do this to people who pay you? How can you willingly insult people who like genuinely love what you're doing and have like this weird camaraderie with Eric July for whatever reason? Like they look up to you like a hero, like their champion. They think Eric July is going to defend us against the woke. He's going to defend us against the Democrats. He believes in Jesus just like I do. Dude, he's taking your money and he's wiping his ass with it and laughing, saying racist shit about white guys. He doesn't like fat white guys who are nerds and got neckbeards. Bro, I saw that comic book convention you were at. That's your demographic. And you fucking spit in their faces. This is who Eric July is. And people were like, it's like, oh, why are you being so fucking mean to him? Because he's a fucking fraud. And he's impersonating guys like me. And I don't fucking like it. And it needs to be called out. I don't give a fuck if they don't like me, if I make enemies with certain people. It's like, whatever, dude. You got a fucking problem with me? You can fucking debate me all you want. You can come on the show and we will have a cordial conversation. We will disagree, but it will be, you know, it'll serve a public interest. Because I believe they deserve to be called out. I had an interaction with Melanie Mack. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Yeah, because again, I'm just not impressed with any of these people. Let me see if I can find it. Gotta go a long ways. Holy shit, I got a lot of notifications. Oh, here it is. Oh, I'm surprised she didn't block me. So kudos to her for not being a coward. All right. So this is what Melanie Mack wrote. Maybe this is rainbowish of me, but I can't jump on the hate train for people's personal lives. Except that's literally what you do. I'll criticize people like Anita Sarkeesian all day for her impact in wrecking the gaming industry. But why should we wish her a sad and lonely life? People are allowed to have retarded opinions, but I would never wish bad for them IRL. Shrugging emoji. And of course I responded. And I showed her, of course I posted receipts because I'm not about to fucking lie and misrepresent people. And I wrote, you literally cheered and laughed as that one church with rainbow beliefs burned to the ground. Also, nobody wished for her to be lonely and sad. Talking about Anita Sarkeesian here. They're laughing at her because she's a hall monitor who did this to herself. And by the way, I'm going to explain that in a second. All right. Let me see. Did she respond? Yeah. Yeah, of course she did. Laughing about a building burning down with nobody hurt isn't the same as wishing someone a miserable life. Also, I have no idea what you have said personally, nor is it my business. You're good, dude. LOL. So again, we got a woman being condescending to me. Now I'm upset. I wasn't accusing you or anyone specifically of being mean. That's literally what you were doing. But why should we wish for her a sad and lonely life? So she's implying that people are wishing Anita Sarkeesian to have a sad and lonely life. Find me a post where that's the case. You can't. People are laughing at her, but no one is saying like, oh, I wish for her to have a fucking shitty life. That's not happening. But she's pretending that it is. So I'm like, well, what the fuck? And yeah, it's besides the point. Laughing about it, dude, it's a house of God. I don't care if the people that are preaching inside of it are, shitty or whatever. People could have been hurt. She's laughing about it. Not very Christ-like. Again, Melanie Mack pretends to be a Christian. Look at that, right next to her name. She's got a little Christian cross. Another one of these fake grifto morons. False churches are not God's house. Well, that's debatable. That's not up for you to decide. That's a no true Scotsman fallacy, by the way. Melanie Mack, I will fucking debate you and destroy you any day of the week. I will be drunk on Argentinian wine and I will fucking crush you. I don't know why you want to argue about this though. I don't need you to validate what I laugh at, nor do I have any problems with whatever you laugh at. I don't give a fuck what you think or whatever about me laugh. And validate? I'm not valid. There's no need to validate anything. You did what you did. And of course I responded, I'm not validating anything, just pointing out hypocrisy. Yes. Also, nobody wished for Anita to be a lonely old lady. She did this to herself. Schadenfreude would be what's on display. Nobody has thought about Anita Sarkeesian for more than 5 years, LOL. And that is correct. Like I said, I wasn't accusing anyone of anything. I was just sharing my own stance why I wasn't dunking on the situation. It ain't that deep. For some reason, you are acting like I personally attacked you, LOL. You didn't. Yeah, you know what? You attacked my sensibilities. You attacked my intelligence because I see what you're fucking doing and it's dishonest. I am like grifter repellent. This is why a lot of these, I'm just so fucking controversial. A lot of these people avoid me. Like fake people do not like me because they can just sense I'm going to be a problem, and I am. If you fucking lie to me in any way, you're fucking deceitful in any way, like we're not going to be cool. So I reply, so who is we? Who is suggesting we wish Anita Sarkeesian a sad and lonely life? By the way, that would be quasi-redundant. She does have a sad and lonely life after Gamergate. I didn't see anyone say we should wish for her to have a sad, lonely life. And then, of course, I left a very clear image, and I highlighted it, because Melanie Mack's kind of stupid, just so there's no ambiguity. There's no confusion here. And I'd stop replying after this. It's a rhetorical question. That's not a rhetorical question, dude. You don't know what a rhetorical question is. And if it is a rhetorical question, it's a stupid one. There's rules, there's principles to asking a proper rhetorical question. This isn't it. You're presupposing people wish she had a horrible life, which isn't the case. What people wish was for Anita Sarkeesian to leave us the fuck alone. And yes, people are engaged in schadenfreude, and they're happy that she is suffering and that she's a lonely, bitter old lady. It's a rhetorical question, says Melanie Mack. I was not talking about you specifically. Yeah, dude, I don't know why you're saying that. I know that, dude. Looks like you don't wish her pain in her personal life. No, not really. So the fact that you decided to take it personally is funny. Again, stupid woman being condescending to me. I don't like it. This is very unattractive. This is why you're single, Melanie Mack. Hope you have a good day, dude. Again, more condescension. How do I know? Because I dated a lot of stupid women like Melanie Mack. Regrettably. So what is this shit about? This post right here. You guys recognize this woman? This is Anita Sarkeesian. Let me see. Let me see if I can zoom in on this image. Oh man, the text is really fucking horrible. All right. Well, long story short, Anita Sarkeesian had a. Oh, never mind. I can read it right now. This post is directly from Anita Sarkeesian. I did not get married, but I did have a wedding-themed birthday party in Stockholm this summer. It was goofy and silly and fun. We had a bachelor party, a rehearsal dinner ceremony, and a reception all in one. People dressed up in the best costumes, from brides, divorce lawyers, drunk uncles, and a ring bearer. Massive thanks to everyone who helped me pull it off, which is a lot of people, and everyone who traveled from different continents and countries to party with me. So Anita Sarkeesian, sad, lonely old lady, is pretending to be married. She's pretending to be that special woman on her special day. But this is all fake. This is not real. In the photo, for the audio-only listeners, she is wearing on her face a bright, beautiful, vibrant smile. But to me, somebody who can see things beyond the obvious, she might as well be sobbing behind those glasses that she's wearing. She is a single, old, lonely woman, pretending to be married, pretending this is a joke, pretending this is silly. This woman is a hall monitor. This woman embedded herself into an industry primarily, I don't want to say dominated, but occupied by just regular white guys who had a lot of fun creating video games and fostering these little communities online. Gamers have no political power or representation. The first Gamergate, in my estimation, was just these young nerds who weren't really popular, didn't have a lot of friends, didn't really get the girls, whatever. But they had their video games. They had their little communities. They had each other. And then along comes Anita Sarkeesian, and she wags her fingers, her fucking ghoulish, goblina witch fingers in their faces. And she says, shame on you for being white. Shame on you for being male. We need more Magic Americans. We need more rainbow people. We need more trans representation. We need more democratic bullshit. We need more, regime propaganda. Video gaming is not going to be about the games anymore. It's going to be about the message. It's going to be about social justice. It's going to be about progressivism. It's going to be about global warming. It's going to be about reparations. It's going to be about mental illness awareness. And there was a fucking war that raged on the internet for a very long time because of Anita Sarkeesian and people like her. And now she's pretending to get married. She's pretending to have this special moment in life. She will never have this moment because she's an awful human being and a fucking racist. Do I wish for her to be a sad, lonely woman? Do I wish bad things to happen to her? No, I do not. I have zero ill will towards Anita Sarkeesian. But am I going to laugh at this fucking hall monitor and the life that she made for herself? You bet your ass I am. Because she is an evil person. She is a bad person. I make no apologies for the things that are coming out of my mouth because I think they are true. I know they are true. You did this to yourself, lady. That is why people were up in arms about it. So you have Melanie Mack, one of the griftosphere morons. Oh, I'm just not going to dunk on her. I'm just going to be nice. And, you're not a nice person, Melanie Mack. I see what you've laughed at. I see what makes you cheer. You provide cover and quarters for people like Eric July, who's a thug, who wanted to kill Riley for a fucking joke, who went after legitimate Christians. The International Ministry of, what was it? ISOM. The International Ministry of School? Whatever the fuck it was called. I don't remember. But they're legitimate Christians. Hold up. I fucked that up so badly. I need to look this up. I'm going to type in International Ministry of M. Hold on, I totally... Isom Church. There we go. Yep, this is it. See, where's the actual acronym for this? International School of Ministry. That's what it is. Jesus Christ. I should have known better. Yeah, Baron Gillifan, this guy called out Isom. He brought a successful suit against him. This is an honorable man who's trying to bring God to people all over the world. Eric July attacked this guy and said he was a fake Christian. Melanie Mack provides cover for this person. You know, you want to know why Melanie Mack has sympathy for Anita Sarkeesian? Melanie sees Anita Sarkeesian, and she sees a little bit of her life. She sees a reflection of her future, just a little bit of it. She thinks to herself, I can be Anita Sarkeesian. She thinks to herself, I will be Anita Sarkeesian. Why do you think all of a sudden Melanie Mack is growing a heart? Oh, yeah, dude. It's like all these grifters stick together. Who would have thought? I don't like Anita Sarkeesian, man. She's a fucking bad person. This is a bad person. Man, those white boys did nothing to you. Those gamers did nothing to you. The claims the core claims of people like Anita Sarkeesian against the gamers were all bullshit. Oh, the way they represent women is problematic. No, dude, dude, Gamergate 1 was essentially an attempt for complete and total ideological conformity. It's like, okay, we already captured the press. We already captured Hollywood. We've already captured big corporations. But now we got this gaming industry. And it's too white. And it's too male. It's too straight. And they embedded themselves in it. And now, and that was I don't know how many years ago that was. It's 2024 now. It's 2024 now. And we are on the brink of potentially two massive Gamergate moments. One of them is against the grifter sphere on the right, and the other one is against the consulting firms. And what's interesting about Gamergate 2, they're speaking my language now. Those guys they're emulating my ethos. We're gonna get into it. Let me read some of these comments really first. Let's see. Mean shit skin man. Disavow Tiger Lily. Disavow. Want to find out if someone's a fraud? Ask if they're a libertarian. If yes, then they are a fraud 100% of the time. Yes, I agree. Oh my God. Hortler did bad things. Okay, I can't. Better not wish for him to have a sad life. Disavow. I have nothing negative to say about Hortler. I didn't know the guy. And besides, all of history is, or what my education has taught me is all bullshit. It's all fake. I don't believe anything I learned in school. So I'll have to reserve judgment until I do my own research. Stupid woman is a redundant statement. Disavow. I looked away for a moment and I thought I was talking to someone in the chat called Melanie Mack. Absolutely not. I wonder who was chosen to party with her during the honeymoon. Probably no one. She probably went to her hotel room by herself. We can have her locked up for that. Maybe. All right. So we're on the brink of Gamergate 2, man. Or it's already here. It's already here. Oh shit. Where the hell did it go? That's not it. Let me move this over here. Yeah. New Dead by Daylight killer is a deformed freak in a shirt voiced by a transformer. What in the ever-loving heck did these devs mean by this? How did you know I was trans? Let's continue. One of the figureheads of the Gamergate 2. Again, I don't like the yellow flash guy. I think he fucking sucks, but this is kind of funny. So this is how these feminists present themselves in this cartoon right here. Dude, like my little frog avatar, like that looks more like me than these cartoon women look like their real selves. The only like thin one is Anita Sarkeesian in this one. Obviously she's much older now, so it's different. So Carolyn Petit, she's the one circled right here. They wrote this. The same people who will say we just want games to be apolitical again will then say deeply political stuff like this, make it evident that they want games to reinforce deeply patriarchal, essentialist, and limiting notions of gender, which is not apolitical at all. Really? That image was just there. We play as characters who are much larger than life but have flaws like us so that we can relate to them. That is true. Both male and female characters in video games pre-2014 were designed to be at peak masculine and feminine form. This is why men in video games have defined muscles, are leaders that other men want to follow, and are handsome. The female characters are peak feminine with nice bodies, desirable personalities, and faces with which to fall in love with. Yeah, all this, I mean, this is just like storytelling 101. It's like, this is what you want your characters to look like. This is what sympathetic people in real life and in cinema look like. And video games are art, in my opinion. And yeah, the good stories, they have, you know, stoic, tough guys like Master Chief, CJ from San Andreas, you know, BJ Blazkowicz, so on and so forth. Yeah, Carolyn Petit, you don't know anything about what, you don't know anything about anything. But this is the worldview that they believe in. God, I have two of these. So now we got to get into the meat and potatoes of this. We got to talk about and address Sweet Baby Inc. and the Gamergate 2 fucking onslaught. Batting in the comments, U.S. government funded nonprofit takes this response to Sweet Baby Inc. backlash by calling on video game industry to clearly, unequivocally denounce Gamergate. So to denounce Gamergate is to denounce gamers. So who had a U.S. government-funded nonprofit? Enters the fray around Sweet Baby Inc. on their bingo cards? I really hate that phrase. Like, come on, guys. Again, brevity is the soul of wit. Keep it simple. Keep it short. In response to the recent discourse surrounding the work of the aforementioned narrative consultation company, the mental health in video games, blah, 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 who cares. 501c3 nonprofit funded in 2014 takes this, described itself as a mental health organization providing comprehensive resources, support, and consultation tailored for the unique needs of the game development community. That's a very odd thing to, very odd service to provide, but I guess someone needs to provide it. Man, all this sounds fucking boring. I don't really feel like reading all that shit. You know what? I'm just gonna address Sweet Baby Inc. really quick, as quickly as I can, and just give you my thoughts on what I see and what I believe is happening here. You know, this is Gamergate 2, in my opinion, is fundamentally it's consumer backlash. It's consumer activism that has been going on and just recently noticed. There was a Steam group and a handful of people that were curating a list that Sweet Baby Inc. was associated with, games that they were attached to. Sweet Baby Inc. provides consultation to video game companies to have their narratives, have their characters promote wokeism and the democratic agenda, essentially. There were nerds on the internet, friendly nerds on the internet, who curated a list that Sweet Baby Inc., you know, was a part of, video games that were a part of. And they said, we're not going to buy these games. We're not going to support these games. We're not fucking doing this anymore. We're walking away. So Gamergate 2 is essentially a walk away moment. Gamergate 1 was, we need to fucking fight these people and we need to stand up for ourselves. And they did. Unfortunately, Gamergate 1, they lost because wokeism unfortunately did overtake the industry. And now we're at a point where we have power with our wallets. We can vote with our wallets. We can vote, or we can do something via inaction. And there's a list. I just heard police sirens outside. All right, I'm fine. Anyways, yeah. So the list was like, we're not gonna support these fucking games. We're not gonna buy these games, and that's great. That's great. This is what you should be doing. That's why I promote anti-consumer sentiment, anti-consuming, and that's a bad thing. It's a really bad thing. The regime wants the goyim to consume product. The regime wants the goyim to eat the goy slop, to consume mass media, to get mind fucked by this propaganda. And people are saying enough is enough. They're making lists, who's naughty and nice, and they're checking it twice. And that's essentially Gamergate 2. And they're going after people's employers. They're petitioning the government to get involved. Elon Musk is involved. Gamergate 2 is exploding on the scene. And it's an election year. And the people that are coming after the gamers who have no political power, who have no political representation, they're going to be attacked. They are being attacked by large institutions, by the journalists, by large game developers, And again, like these games cost a lot of money. You know, how much would the games cost had they not reached out to like worthless consulting firms? You just make the fucking game. Cut out the middleman. There's no need for these people to be involved in the video game making process. They never made video games good. No game has ever been made great by a consulting firm. I stand by that statement. I can't prove it, but I have a strong feeling that is the case. And alas, we are on the brink of Gamergate 2, or it's already here. And it's probably gonna impact the election, right there with Lake and Riley, right there with these illegitimate wars overseas. I mean, this is real. It's fucking happening. And of course, I don't want to get too into the weeds with the Gamergate shit, or you know this guy did this or they did that. I just agree with the gamers. I sided with the gamers, and no, we should not be buying games that promote the progressive ethos. We should not be supporting a game or a video game company that promotes the democratic agenda, because the Democrats are, in my estimation, are pure evil. They are anti-humanists. They are anti-free speech. They are anti all the wonderful things in life. They are pro-ugly. They are, they want to subjugate me to horrific scientific experiments against my will. They want to force masks over my face. They want to inject poison into my body. And they want to prevent me from providing for myself and my family and taking care of my affairs if I don't comply with their demands. And the best way to move forward, in my estimation, is don't consume the goy slop. Stop embracing cape shit and stand with, I guess, the gamers who are, just they've had enough. And they're doing the right thing anyway. It's like petitioning, I don't know, EA Origin or whatever to like quit making these games. It's a fool's errand. They're going to keep making the games regardless. So let's just help each other out and stop consuming products. And that's basically what Gamergate 2 is. And Brianna Wu, intelligently enough, has come forward and said that she doesn't want to wade into this. They're afraid. They're very afraid. And now the federal government is apparently involved. They're very upset. Let me see. You know what? Let's just look up Gamergate 2. Maybe I missed something important. Yeah, because it's been trending. It's been trending on Twitter. It's been trending all over the internet, really. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to be on the side of the Yellow Flash and AZ Heals Babyface and all these fucking grifter morons. Can we just call the SJW movement what it is? A campaign to eliminate white, straight males, particularly their right to have sex. This is in 2015. This is the guy currently leading Gamergate 2.0. Laughing my ass off. How to make media narrative. Who cares? I'm not reading all that. Welcome to Gamergate, Mr. Musk. Of course, Carl Benjamin, one of the leaders of the first Gamergate, he led the charge. Unfortunately, the gamers lost, but you know what? They never really surrendered their. They never abandoned their convictions, which is what they wanted them to do. I wonder who was chosen to part. We can just have it left up. Okay, I already read all that. Let me see. What else do we got here? Gamergate. Gamergate email. Every email sent to advertising helps the Gamergate above everything else. No leaders. While I'm merely existing in a mentoring role, I would like to advise these simple rules were important for a lot of us back in the meme wars of 2014. A brief time capsule for those who are interested. I'm not reading all that shit. The small company at the center of Gamergate 2.0. Yeah. Sweet Baby Inc. Yeah, these consulting firms. And again, we just have another incestuous relationship. Incestuous relationship between the journalists, the game developers, members of the regime. It's like, fuck, man, it doesn't end. Yeah, so Grums, the narrative formula: do something terrible and wrong, get called out, get journalist friends to write hit pieces, paint yourself as victims, dox the people doing nothing wrong except to point out what you are doing as a warning to other witnesses, make up a bunch of fake incidences to false flag things when you don't have anything real to point to, get Wikipedia to write an entry in your favor using your journalist friends as factual sources. Yeah, this is what Nancy Pelosi and like Hillary Clinton do. They're very skilled at it, unfortunately. DHS and FBI aim to target gamers in misguided fight against domestic terrorism. March 11, 2014. So now the permanent government, the regime is involved in this. And again, this is an anti-consumer movement. Why do you think the regime wants to import a lot of the third world? Because those people consume products. They're really big consumers. They're all sneakerheads and shit, and they just love buying shit. You know, not talented gamers, I apologize. Just like regular people. They don't want any part of this shit. They don't just consume just to consume. At least not anymore. Oh boy, Gamergate 2 is off to a very spicy start. Imagine paying taxes so these three-letter agencies can round you up for merely saying you want to play video games without a group of harassment-happy extortionists turning them into shoehorned, IRL politicized, unenjoyable trash. There was a link there. Let me see. Fandom polls. Oh boy. Department of Homeland Security, DHS, and FBI are coordinating with major gaming companies to monitor games for potential terrorism threats. According to a disturbing new government report, this overreach represents a severe threat to the free speech and privacy rights of gamers. The report from the Government Accountability Office reveals the DHS Intelligence Office meets with gaming firms like Roblox, Discord, Reddit, and others. These companies can then share information on gamers' online activities that merely violate the company's terms of service. A shockingly low bar. The FBI also conducts briefings to gaming corporations on perceived threats from gamers. So the permanent government sees gamers as a threat. Through its nationwide field offices, the FBI receives tips from these companies about gamers' lawful online speech and views deemed extremist for further investigation. There was this really cool, before I was universally banned from the Reddit website, there was this community called Consume Product. And it was the funniest fucking subreddit. It was so goddamn funny. Just pure gold. Not racial, not hateful, you know, not anti-Semitic, nothing bad at all. Purely lawful, purely wholesome, pure funny. They banned that subreddit. They banned the people associated with it. And there were like 3 or 4 or 7 other ones very similar to it, all banned. Anti-consumerism is apparently a threat to America's national security. It appears the Gamergate is a threat to apparently national security. The FBI and DHS are involved, and they're collaborating with these very large companies regarding their lawful activities. Think about this for a moment. For merely refusing to do business with or associate with or buy products from companies that promote wokeism, that is tantamount to, I guess, extremist views. So, like, I don't know, Ubisoft is going to publish a game at some point, and it's going to run contrary to my personally held beliefs. And I'm going to tell people, I'm not going to buy this game, I'm not going to support this company, I'm not going to, get involved because of what they promote. And I disagree with it, so they are not going to get my money or my attention. I'm going to walk away, and if people ask me about it, I'm going to be honest about it. I am labeled as an extremist by the permanent government, by the regime. And that is really the heart of Gamergate 2 in my estimation. It's not just like, oh, spooky journalists being a dickhead. It goes way beyond that. Gamergate, the original Gamergate, wasn't just like Anita Sarkeesian existing on the internet talking about video games. They were engaged in blatant racism and hostility against white men. They wanted to remove white men from their own hobbies and from this industry that they built and curated themselves. They built this thing up out of nothing. And it was largely unmolested until after the press, Hollywood, the corporate America were already conquered. Then they came for the gamers. The gamers lost, but they are still standing. And now the rules of the war have changed. The rules have changed. Now it's we're walking away. And apparently we might not even be allowed to do that anymore. Ubisoft, I boycott Ubisoft. because they don't believe that you are entitled to ownership of the things that you pay for. There's an article about it. I read it before, but the gist of it was you're going to buy the game, you're going to pay for the game, but you are not going to be allowed to keep it. It's not yours. We can rescind this contract. We can alter the deal of this transaction against your will because it's all digital and all, you know, it's all bullshit. So I'm like, fuck it, walk away. It's not worth it anymore. None of this is worth it anymore. And it poses a big threat. People are going to lose a lot of money. People are going to be exposed. It's going to make the Democrats look bad. It's going to make these journalists look bad, so on and so forth. And that's Gamergate 2 in a nutshell. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I don't think so. I think I'm pretty spot on with my analysis. I mean, it's just fucking bullshit, man. What they fucking do to us. What they do to these nerds. They just want to play video. Like, dude, like, I remember, like, prior to Trump, prior to Gamergate, you know, like, I'd hop on Skype, I'd hop on TeamSpeak or you know, Discord or whatever before things got overtly political. And it was never like that, man. We just talked about life, talked about video games, you know, we talked about, you know, just normal guy stuff. And they're robbing us of our normality, of our normal guyness. And, man, it's worth fighting for, I think. I think it's worth standing up to these people, in my opinion. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to deal with these people anymore. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, man. We gotta push back. And yeah, I stand with the gamers, man. However, it doesn't feel good being on the side of heels versus babyface. What a fucking talentless moron that guy is. Anyways, we gotta move on. All right, so we got Pitbulls attacking people once again. A 3-month-old baby mauled to death by family Pitbull in New Jersey. So for the audio-only listeners, we have this adorable little, what appears to be a Latinx baby with this very beautiful smile. Little tiny baby, and they are no more. A baby was mauled to death by a family dog in New Jersey in a vicious attack that also left the mother seriously injured. Cops were called to a home in the Middlesex County town of Woodbridge at about 6:15 a.m., where they found Damon Balbuena, a 3-month-old baby boy, unresponsive. The county prosecutor's office, which took over the investigation, believes the child was attacked by the family Pitbull. The mother, who was seriously wounded, and father were also brought to the hospital for treatment. The prosecutor's office said they were released later that day. A vet euthanized the dog after the incident. Good. Should have just put a bullet in it. The funeral services for the child will be Friday. Let's see. The love he brought to his family during his short life will never be forgotten. The GoFundMe campaign has raised more than $50,000 for the family in the wake of the unforgotten tragedy. Yeah, man, like, why the fuck are people having these animals? Like, dude, like, seriously, you know, Joe Biden gets my vote if he's like, we're gonna ban the Pitbulls, man. We gotta bring them to heel. You know, like, I can get behind that because Trump isn't man enough to do it. We cannot imagine the pain this family has had to endure for the past couple of days and the pain they will carry as they cope with the loss of their beautiful baby boy, Damon. Organizer Kayla Gill wrote of the parents, Henry and Sierra Balbuena. The family and I are asking the community to come together and support them during this tough time. Can we have a sensible conversation about these fucking animals? Like, when's that conversation happening here? Let's see. Yeah, people say cops say the Pitbull's to blame. Yeah. Yeah, dude, 3 people. The wife, the husband, and the baby. None of these people stood a chance against the dog. The cops had to come and deal with it. And the county prosecutor's looking into it. I mean, I'm just guessing here. The county prosecutor has to be involved. You know, you have to investigate it. You can't just let the shit slide. But more than likely, this is a freak accident, and there's just very little you can do about this. Yeah, 15,000. How much were they initially asking for? I just saw the image there. Oh, they wanted 15,000. Okay. I mean, I don't know if funerals cost that much. I mean, I know Biden inflation is a thing, but Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus. R.I.P. Little Damon. You deserved better. Fuck Pitbulls. All right, let's move on. Russ Armour, Hannah Gutierrez Reed, struggling in jail as she awaits sentencing attorney. Yeah, she's not looking too hot. Well, actually, she is. Again, I know the chat's gonna turn against me and call me like a simp, but you know, she was like looking like a little El Goblina prior and during the shooting, but now you know she lost a lot of weight and she has a very conservative hairstyle. And, you know, she's looking kind of cute. And I'm kind of like, I'm a sucker for the babes. I don't want her to go to prison. Dude, it would be nice if she like, you know, maybe like 5 or 10 years probation and like a big ass fucking fine. And she has to be like, oh yeah, as an armorer, this is what I did wrong. And this is also what Alec Baldwin did wrong. Cause dude, he's the one that pulled the trigger. So he's the one that really should be punished. Again, she's only going to do 18 months, max 18 months, because it's a manslaughter charge. But no, she's not faring too well. And this is, Helena Hutchins, who is of Ukrainian origin. Very sad that she's gone and no longer with us. She looks like you in a wig. Oh my God, you motherfucker. Zombie Bomb, you are out of control. You are out of control, and I do not appreciate that. Damn, dude. You know, saying that I look like Hannah Gutierrez Reed in a wig. I remember I was at Town Square in Vegas, and I was walking over to a bar, and these fucking Magic Americans, of course, they were in a Dodge Challenger. I was like walking across like this little like street area. Thought, yo, miss, you can't be jaywalking, miss. And I look over, I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh shit. And they just like drive away laughing. I'm like, you motherfuckers, man. You motherfuckers. So fucking mad. It's probably Zombie Bomb and his black friends. All right, so. Oh no, now I can't unsee. I know, dude. What the fuck? Yeah, plot twist. Me and Hannah Gutierrez Reed are secretly related. All right, so we got to get into a little bit of finance news. This is the face of a young woke person. No, it's a young woke girl. What's with this person shit? Kyle Becker, he's supposed to be a conservative who finally figured out she's being scammed. All right, let's listen to women cry for 59 seconds.
No, because fuck you, America, for making me for making me work 4 fucking jobs, 4 jobs, while I'm in college in rural fucking Tennessee, and I can barely pay my own fucking rent, and
All right, she's legit, for the audio only listeners, she's legitimately ugly crying.
And I'm taking 19 credit hours on top of those 4 fucking jobs, and I still can't graduate on time, and I still can't graduate early, even though I'm taking 20.
Oh no, my internet. Whoop. Oh shit. All right, well let me refresh this.
Early, even though I'm taking 21 credit hours next semester. It's not fucking fair. It's not fucking fair anymore.
Dude, that sounds like an emo song I listen to. It's not fucking fair. Me.
It's never been fair, not in my lifetime. And will it ever be fair? No, because I'm a woman in America. Oh my God. I just want to live in peace, America. And I will one day. Probably somewhere fucking else. Anyways, look how cute my nails are.
Ugh, modern women complaining. All right, so this exercise I'd like to always ask. How do you vote? How do you vote? Did you vote for this? Because I feel like this woman is partially complicit in the situation that she's in. And I don't know, I always hear these people like, oh, I had to work like 5 jobs just to survive or whatever. I would love to see how much money she's making at these jobs, how she's budgeting or how she spends her money. And then of course the dead giveaway. She's renting in rural Tennessee. Girly. Also, what are you studying too? I mean, I just have so many questions. I would just love to, have a conversation with this young woke girl and just get to the heart of the problem. Again, I'm just going to assume she moved away from home to pursue an education, probably a useless one. So that's already a waste of money. She's sitting in what looks like a nice car. Let's go back and look at this. Again, she's spending money on her nails. I mean, girly. Again, for the ladies out there, I'm just gonna be 100% honest with you. I mean, first of all, I know that these are not for men. I know that the women do it for themselves. Let's just be real about that. But these fingers look stupid, and this is generally a red flag for most guys. No one's impressed by this. She's probably renting this car. It does look kind of newer. Well, actually, no. This actually looks like an older car. I'm seeing stains, and on the top right of her head, this little light right here. I'm just assuming this is much older, so maybe she did right by the car. But yeah, I mean, I just have a lot of questions here. 4 jobs? I mean, I would suggest her, it's like, we got to go through her monthly expenses. And 2, it's like, dude, you got to drop out of the school and you need to move in with your parents again. Save up as much as you can. Go to a local community college or just go to a university close to home because this isn't working out. Again, she's blaming America. But what I see is damage that she did unto herself. This is self-inflicted, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Gia's ignoring my chats after earlier roasting. I am not ignoring your chats. I don't know what you said. Is this live? Valiant Thor? Yes, this is live. Valiant Thor. How are you doing? Her ugly crying broke the internet. I don't think she's ugly. You guys are being mean. Is she my type? No, not really. But I mean, nobody looks good when they're crying. It's a horrible thing to do. Let's see. I've learned 90% of modern women want the power and benefits of a man, the privilege and entitlement of a woman, the responsibility and accountability of a child. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. The problem is she's going to college. If she's not becoming a doctor, engineer, or actually something requiring education, trades are the way. They are the way. Does not look like a nice car. The roof is weird. Are those burns? Wait, it says she is a PhD. Wait, does it really? Hold on. Oh my God. Oh no, that was from Tess Eccles, PhD. Yeah, so Tess Eccles, PhD. This is the poster. This isn't actually the woman. If this is Tess Eccles, I don't believe this is Tess. She doesn't look like a Tess, by the way. Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree on that. Remember, men, most modern women don't care about your struggles. They just hang out at the finish line and take. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, dude, like all these you know, you never see like a working class guy fucking making these videos crying like no one appreciates me working 80 hours a week, man. I'm in the fucking salt mine. I'm running fucking conduit or bending conduit all fucking day, running cable through the fucking attic, and I'm getting bit by rats and shit. Like, nobody cares about us. So I have very little sympathy for this woman. Almost no sympathy. Yeah, it's okay, rookie. I mean, that was a good catch, though. It was a good catch. It would be a very stunning admission to find out that this is a PhD student. Like, what the fuck? Like back in my day when I actually had respect for academia and public intellectuals, a PhD, I looked at them like they were like gods, essentially. But not anymore. Now they're all like stupid and shit. And I'd run laps around people with PhDs. All right, so more financial news. Five Guys prices spark outrage at the $24 receipt goes viral. Highway robbery? Not necessarily. I mean, dude, the price of meat has gone up exponentially. So now in Biden's America, you know, people can't really afford meat. I've been seeing outrageous prices for meat all over the Western world. Like in Canada, the price of meat up there is pretty damn expensive. Oh my God, this is fucking disgusting, guys, for the audio-only listeners. This woman is eating a hamburger without meat in it. It's 2 buns and just like a block of cheese. Unbelievably disgusting. Let's see. Also funny how YouTube hid my comment from Top Chat because I called her a valid name. Yeah, okay, first off, Stadia Dispatch. If you're posting certain things and I don't respond or see it, it's because YouTube is preventing me from seeing it. I can't see what they censor. I apologize. Again, guys, I don't censor comments. That's not my fucking job. Okay? I want to do a show. I'm not a fucking hall monitor. If YouTube or Google or whatever has a problem with the speech of the people that are posting or commenting, that they can deal with it. It's not my job to deal with it. The only time I will ever intervene in a comment is if somebody is engaged in doxing or they're making like violent threats and shit. Like if it's like legit illegal and runs contrary to like my principles and worldview, like doxing is a big one. I can't fucking stand doxing. It is such a shitty thing to do to somebody. So yeah, That's basically it. But people come in here, you know, say I look like Hannah Gutierrez, call me retarded, call me, you know, whatever. I don't care. I don't fucking care what people think. Well, I mean, I care what you guys think. I want your input, but like people come in like, you know, be mean or be sassy or funny or whatever. Like I'm all for it. I'm all for the free speech with the exception of doxing. And so Spencer, I'm not censoring your comments. It took me 3 tries to call Air July shitskin worth it though. Very funny. God damn it. I shouldn't have read that. Disavow. Let's see if we can find that receipt for the $24. Oh my God. Domino's Pizza Inc. Oh, these are probably price shares. All right, where's that receipt at? The way capitalism works. Okay, we got a retard in the comment section here. The way capitalism works is that prices should fix themselves. If a cost is abnormally high, then buyers switch to the competition, and then the seller is forced to adjust prices in some way or go out of business. Oh, and never mind. I mean, yeah, I guess this is right. But meat prices are just going to be high in general because again, Biden's America. Everything's expensive. The meat is really expensive. They're just being very burdensome or placing a lot of burdens on people who produce meat and people who are raising these cows. $24 for this hamburger. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think Five Guys, Goy Slop is kind of overpriced anyways. The order total came out to $21.91 with tax, and the buyer added $2.19 tip. Okay, so we got multiple problems here. Why the fuck are you tipping at a fast food joint? That doesn't make any sense to me. The grand total to a price of $24.10. The X post has been viewed 25.2 million times, and it's sparked a debate about the beloved fast food chain's prices. I guess I was expecting about $12 to $15 per person for Five Guys. Wall Street Silver said on X, $22 without tip just seems to cross a line. What is the right amount these days? Well, we just had that massive, storm and wildfire, so-called wildfire in Texas, where those green lasers were beamed down and apparently lit up all the fucking shit and a bunch of farms on fire. And even Biden came out and was like, yeah, dude, everything burned down except the buildings with the right roofs. Well, what the fuck does that mean? Anyways, expect more of this. Bidenflation is a real thing. And we're to the point where it's like, there's very little somebody can do to conceal the fact that we have been in a recession for years, a deep recession, and it is getting exponentially worse. It is getting so bad. Like we're at such a bad point. It's undeniable. And fortunately, while I think it's kind of silly and comical, hold on, I just got a text message from a friend. Hold up. When are you down to finish? Maybe in a couple hours, question mark. I'm doing something. Hold up. Okay. So yeah, it's just gonna get worse. So we don't have that many more stories because again, I got some stuff to do, and I fucked this up, so I had to rip the audio from my own stream, and it's gonna be a lower quality for the audio only listeners. So I apologize for that, you guys. This will not happen again. And if you want to eat non-GMO, it's very expensive. We need to get rid of the FDA BS and ban all the poison fillers they put in your food. I know, man, it's pretty bad. Astonishing how our words are more patrolled than our southern border. That is true. They do patrol our speech. The regime patrols our speech. The tech corpos, they control our speech. I mean, it's funny. We're going to see more imposition on our speech because it's an election year. And the speech is ultimately what got Orange Man in office. I mean, we fucking, we crushed it. We absolutely crushed it in 2016. And they want to blame the Russians, but it was really just regular kids posting, the frogs and shit. And Hillary Clinton could not compete. She went to war with the cartoon frog and she lost. And if you want, let me see, let that sink in. Let's see. God damn it, Tiger Lily. Still laughing about that. All right, so we got a little bit of fashion SWAT. All right, I got to play this without audio. All right, so for the audio only listeners, we got Saint Laurenti. Do these guys look like they're walking into traffic court? I'm not really down with this new aesthetic. This was posted on March 7th of 2024. It's got 2.1 million views. So this is Anthony Vaccarello presents the Saint Laurent Men's Winter 2024 collection. Okay, so this isn't even out yet. But again, yeah, this is like, when you're walking into court because you got a DUI like aesthetic. And like what's funny is like, dude, these guys are all, first off, they all look like straight dudes, very well groomed. They all look respectable. I don't see tattoos. These guys would look great had their clothes been fitted, if they were wearing fitted clothes. Very defined features. So any decent, even just like mid fashion would look very well on these guys, but this is not it. Again, like, dude, this looks like Donald Trump's clothing size. This looks like something Donald Trump would wear, like a big executive type. These are like young kids. Disavow. So let's read some of the comments here. The 90s are back in pog form. At least they're men. Neat. Yeah, I know, right? It's like, dude, it's like when you see like a normal dude who like presents like straightness, we're like, oh, well, thank God. At least they look like they don't suck cock. Let's see. Yeah, back to the 80s. Yeah, this is the 80s. Back to the 80s. At least they're not wearing skirts. Yeah, okay, so the 80s aesthetic. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Why does everyone look like they're 12 and got into daddy's closet? I see we've gone from dresses on men to suits that are 2 sizes too big. Progress has been made. Baby steps. Thank you, Mage Leader. Reminds me of early to mid 2000s NBA draft night. Or Chandler Bing, would you be wearing any more clothes? At least they're not wearing trash bags and purple hair. I know. We're just glad they look normal and aren't like fat. Based on our current congressional hearings, the only thing left is for the ETs to reveal themselves. Then every single piece of toilet paper on the planet will be gone. And that TikTok bill is a Trojan horse. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't agree with the ETs though. I don't believe in aliens. I just don't believe in aliens. Again, if you want me to believe in the ETs, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. On the show, we're like skeptical of the moon landing. We're skeptical of aliens, and we've gone over very high profile cases and news items pertaining to alien invasions and stuff. Like there was a really famous one just like a few months ago where apparently all these magic Americans were wilding out at a mall in Miami, and they swear to God that there were shadow aliens that invaded the mall, and there was like this massive police response. And surprisingly, everybody was able to go on TikTok and make videos, but nobody was able to capture the event on film. And of course, there was even an alien invasion here in Las Vegas, where I live. And again, there was one video of what appeared to be an asteroid or something from the sky falling and crashing and shaking an entire neighborhood. However, I found nothing else. I can see fake ET invasion coming pretty soon. The current narrative will lead to this, and then a stricter surveillance state and more government control than the signals brought us. That could be possible. That's actually pretty interesting. We could see that. Again, just don't put it past these guys. When I mean guys, I mean the illegitimate regime. Don't put it past the illegitimate regime to do something like that. It's absolutely positive. What if I told you I'm an ancient alien? Spencer, I disavow. And I met you before. The ET narrative can most likely be used to stymie the election. That is possible too. Again, we are really living through the times. I mean, talks of a civil war is a real thing. You got both Republicans and Democratic-run states deliberately ignoring the Supreme Court on Second Amendment issues, on issues pertaining to protecting the southern border, protecting America from what is literally a literal invasion by military-aged males from other countries, the illegal aliens. Yeah, I mean, it's getting really bad. I mean, even like Hollyweird is now, talking about Civil War in a very serious manner. We're going to get a Civil War movie. I should probably do a video essay on that, a really short one about that movie, and maybe even one about like what the Civil War might actually look like, or at least how I would intend to fight it. That might be kind of interesting. But yeah. Well, I think that's all I have for a fashion swap. There really isn't much going on in the fashion world. Oh God, what is this? This looks like a clip from New Jack City. It's a pretty decent movie. Socks on a rooster. Let's see. Have a blessed day. Like and subscribe. Thank you, Valiant Thor. I appreciate you joining us. You have a wonderful day, man. The weekend's coming up. Hope you have a good weekend. By the way, the White House is officially the most expensive nursing home in America. Yeah, 100% true. 100% true. Let's see. What is this? All right, I think we're getting into the 304 shit.
In-law that his wife, my daughter, cheated on him. Now everyone hates me. I've been a long time lurker, never thought I'd need to post anything, but pretty much everyone in my life is telling me I am wrong. I am 55 years old and I've been married for 35 years. I have one child, a daughter who is 32 years old. I will call her Alice, and she has been with John for 10 years, married 4 years. Alice has always wanted children, but they held off for a while to focus on their careers, but she recently told us they were going to start trying to get pregnant. I love my daughter and feel I've always been a good father to her, but I admit she and my wife have always had a special bond. This past weekend we went out to dinner with some friends and had a few drinks. When we got home we had a few glasses of wine. I point this out because my wife rarely drinks, so she is a lightweight. She was tipsy and we were talking about potentially becoming grandparents, and she made a comment about Alice's marriage that caught my attention. She said they've overcome a lot in the marriage, but then stopped herself and didn't continue. This made me curious because they've only been married 4 years and I wasn't aware of any roadblocks they had run into. Not that they share everything with us. I pressed her on what she meant and finally she confessed that 1 year into the marriage my daughter cheated with a coworker. She tearfully confessed this to my wife a week after it happened because she supposedly felt so guilty. She begged her not to say anything and she kept her word until now. I was blown away because I did not think she would ever do something like that. I don't know all the details. She got flirty with a coworker and eventually they slept together once. Then she stopped it and has apparently been faithful ever since. I did feel some slight guilt because I knew my wife would not have told me if she was sober, and I wonder if I should not have pressed her on it, but I can't undo what I learned. I should now point out that when I was a lot younger I was with someone who cheated on me. I have zero tolerance for cheaters due to that, so I might be biased. John is also like a son to me and my wife. She did ask me not to say anything and this confused me. When she had said they had overcome a lot and I found out what happened, I had assumed John eventually found out and they worked through it. But no, all she meant was that Alice grew as a person and became a better wife.
Yeah, you grew as a person, huh? Did you get any taller, sweetheart? Fucking skank.
I didn't push her any further. I let her go to bed. I had not drank as much. I stayed up all night thinking. I decided then and there that either my daughter would have to confess or I would tell John. Not only do I think he has a right to know, but I would never be able to interact with him again in a normal manner knowing the secret. I do love my daughter and I also worry about the potential fallout because she is trying to get pregnant, and what if John finds out after the child is born? I feel like he had a right to know. I would not keep it a secret if I found out John cheated on her. The next day was Sunday and I knew I needed to talk to my daughter. My wife was against this, but I did end up having her come over the next day. It did not go well. First she blew up at her mother for telling me. Then she yelled at me when I told her either she confesses or I am telling John. She said it was none of my business, etc. I disagreed. John is part of the family. She said I would destroy her life if I did this, she'd hate me, etc. She stormed out. Well, I did end up telling John and the fallout is tremendous. John packed his bags and left the home the next day and is apparently refusing to try counseling and intends to pursue divorce. Everyone hates me, my daughter hates me, my wife is also not on my wife. All our family members say I overstepped. I've spoken to some of my friends, and they said I blew up my relationship with my daughter over this. The only one showing me any kindness is John, who thanked me for telling him. My wife isn't on my side and I suspect this is because she was hoping for grandchildren. We both were. I just feel like I didn't blow up their relationship. Alice is the one who cheated and lied. I love her to death and now I wonder if I made the right choice. Should I have just kept this to myself? I have always been friendly with John and we have dinner with them at least once a month.
Nah, dude, you shouldn't have kept it to yourself. Women need to be held accountable for their actions. Cheaters need to be held accountable for their actions. What she did was unacceptable. And I mean, just let it be known, man. You guys like look. There's always a penalty to be paid for telling the truth. There's always a penalty to be paid for doing the right thing. Doing the right thing is very, very hard. Telling the truth is very, very hard. Being honest is very, very hard. Again, I'm honest about certain content creators, and I paid a penalty. So some groups that people won't ever associate with me. Again, I'm vulgar, I'm offensive. You know, I have very strong opinions about, you know, my anti-warisms or whatever. And there's certain companies. God, something went down the wrong pipe. And there's certain companies that won't like ever, you know, sponsor any of my videos. And now on a personal note, though, you know, I totally get the motivations of this guy. You know, to conceal something like that is essentially to live a lie. You're interacting with John. In the back of your mind, you know that he was betrayed. The worst betrayal imaginable. And you have to pretend that never happened. You have to pretend like it doesn't matter. You have to pretend not to know. I couldn't do it. I couldn't conceal that secret. Also, I would want to know. The dad did the right thing. That girl, the cheater, deserved to be held accountable for her actions. Let's see. My daughter would never do this because I throw fists and will defu it. She has been told she won't get her dad's money if she be thought. Very smart. And yeah, I think all dads should do that. The dad's got to be like, look, you get no support in life if you're going to be behaving like Melanie Mack. You know, if you want to act like, you know, Amaranth or something, you want to be like that, off the will. You're not going to get help, you know, with bills and with school and tuition or whatever. I don't know how else to hold a woman accountable for her actions besides, you know, like calling people like Letitia James, you know, obese, because she is. All right. Move on to the next one. Are there benefits to going boy sober? Here's the best way to take a break from dating men. Yeah, delete social media. Quit seeking validation from random strangers. That's one way to avoid the boys. Go boy sober. But they can't do that. They can't dispense with the dopamine hits from being validated by an army of simps. Boy crazy Gen Z singles are getting clean. No, they're not. Are they still smoking weed? Yes. They still dropping acid? Yes. Eating shrooms? Yes. Then they're not clean. The rules of dating are different now that TikTok has become the platform du jour for young adults to swap hookup horror stories as they struggle to make sense of their situationships. Okay, so first off, you're struggling because first off, there's nothing romantic going on here. You call this activity you're engaged in situationship, which is bullshit. This is like a nothing term. It's like climate change. Climate change doesn't fucking mean anything. That's what situationship is. It's a bullshit nothing term. So that's why guys can be guilt-free treating a woman like shit who expects to be courted, who expects romance, but doesn't use the word romance. She expects to have a respectable gentleman in the streets, but a bad boy in the sheets. And of course she doesn't get that because she calls it a situationship. So girls who use a situationship, red flag. In a male bias backlash, some singles have declared themselves boy sober and kicking their I'm reading the grammar here. This is really bad. And kicking there are toxic habits. That is men. Let me see if there's audio here.
I really come up with the boy sober rules. Now, how did I come up with these rules? I went to dinner with my friend Julia. We started talking about it in the Uber on the way to a bar for my friend's birthday. And then
red flag 1, chicks at bars.
At the bar, I asked the ladies around me, I said, what do we think about these rules? Da, da, da. So I did have a few people help. I had a bit of a focus group. Okay, so these are the 2024 boy sober rules. No dating apps, no dates, no exes, no situationships. And let me just say, my whole life I've been saying, oh, I'm single. No, I've never been single. I've always had a situationship. You're not?
Yeah, okay, so okay, I see what's going on here. Situationship is kind of like a euphemism for like a fuck buddy. So I don't think I've ever been called a situationship, but I've never been called a fuck buddy, but I think I've been one or the other, I guess. But yeah, so she meets a dude that she likes, and the dude doesn't say that they're dating, but in her mind, they're dating. And instead of like pretending that she's being used as like a fucking jizz bucket, she's just saying situationship, because that sounds a lot better than being a cum dumpster, which is cool, I guess. But just so you know, that's what's happening here. So this woman is not single. She's going out and getting fucked, but it's not a relationship because the guy is not committing. That's essentially what a situationship is, in my estimation. I mean, I know there's a lot of definitions for this. All right, let's continue.
Not single if someone is taking up your brain space, okay? So no situationships.
Probably true.
No XOXOXO. And if I have to explain to you what that means, you know exactly what I mean. No XO. No hugs and kisses extended. No hugs and kisses, etc.
Wow, I don't believe her. Something tells me she's just pretending. She's pretending to be boy sober, but she does sound like she is harboring resentment and sadness from a so-called fuck buddy not wanting to engage in a committed relationship. Celibate does not sound cool, she said on TikTok, of her decision to take a break from romantic pursuits, which she's since spun off into a live comedy and storytelling performance in New York. I don't think she's funny at all. Oh, so this is a woman? Oh, she's a comedian? Comedian Hope Woodward, 27, reportedly coined the term last year in anticipation of 2024, making going boy sober her New Year's resolution. Yeah, that's not really funny. It's not funny at all. In an earlier post on the clip sharing platform, Woodward just disseminated a list of rules for going bona fide boy sober: no dating apps, no dates, no exes, no hookups. Yeah, if I'm like involved with a woman, she better not be hooking up with other dudes. No, she better not be associating or talking with other exes. Yeah, I mean that's a dude should be like, yeah, no retarded girl summer. Yo, she got Snapchat, she retarded. We ain't doing that. Yo, if she got OnlyFans, she retarded. We ain't doing that. You know, guys need to do like something, but it's got to be funnier though. It's got to be funnier than this because this is not funny. Boy sober, it sounds really stupid. I don't know. What do you guys think? Climates always be changing. That is true. That's what it does reliably. I'm taking notes, but not making promises, said one. Yeah, so that means she's still gonna pursue men and not learn anything. Relationship experts lauded the trend in a report by Indy 100, calling it empowering, but only if women take time to focus on personal growth. I wonder what they mean by personal growth. What do they mean by this? It's crucial to embark on boy sobriety the right way, according to UK-based relationship coach Lara Besbrode of the Matchmaker UK. This journey begins with introspection, understanding personal values, and finding joy in one's own accomplishments and happiness outside of external validation. Besbrode said, engaging in activities that boost self-esteem and offer personal satisfaction is key. Whether it's pursuing hobbies, focusing on career goals, or indulging in self-care. So basically, be selfish is what they're impressing upon these young ladies. There's basically female dating strategies. It's just like when having a bunch of situationships, which is just being fucked without commitment or dating and all the cute romance shit. When you get sick of that because you don't get what you want, then the solution, according to the dating coaches, the female dating coaches, is it's pursue hobbies, focus on career goals, or indulging in self-care. The aim is to appreciate one's own company and achievements, realizing that true validation comes from within, not from the approval of others. Yeah, but I just can't imagine people who are addicted to social media going without validation for an extended period of time or even a short period of time. They can't help but demand approval of others, which is why they post so many flattering and overly filtered images. They love the simps. They love the energy that simps produce. I mean, we could probably end the energy crisis with all the energy that simps produce, all the energy that they put into these fucking mediocre bitches. I mean, it is what it is. Like, I mean, look, I think some women should be doing this. They're banging too many dudes. They're wasting too much of their time. Maybe a little bit of introspection would be a good idea. And maybe they can, and then what they have to reduce their standards and settle for like a total simp guy. They can settle for like some dork with like a Reddit personality. That'd be kind of funny. But nah, I don't know. Go boy sober? Yeah, sure. Go boy sober. Let's see how long that lasts. Oh boy, what is this? My fiance asked me to have 2 separate bachelorette parties for the guys and girls. Oh boy, let's see how this ends. Oh, this is 5 minutes.
They asked me to have 2 separate bachelorette parties for the guys and the girls. Now, a mutual friend showed me a video of my wife doing something that's sending our marriage into the grave. My fiancé, 29F, and I, 32M, have been together for about 7 years now. We were going to get married next month. Before all of this happened, we didn't have any problems with cheating or big fights. This is the first time something like this has happened between us. About 2 weeks ago, my fiancé asked me if we could have separate parties for guys and girls before our wedding. I didn't like the idea. I think those parties can make people want to cheat before they get married, and I'm not interested in that. I told my fiancé how I felt, but she said our parties would just be friends celebrating our wedding, not wild last night of freedom stuff. After talking about it, we agreed to have the parties on the same day, which was last Wednesday. My friends came over for a game of D&D themed around my wedding, while my fiancé went out with her friends for a pub crawl. I was having...
Oh boy. Oh, dude. Okay, so D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. So while you're like, oh, I'm a dungeon master. Dude, she's out there grinding on some giant cock. Oh, you poor simp. All right, let's see how this ends.
Fun with my friends until about 3 hours into our game when a mutual friend texted me and said we needed to talk. I got worried and asked her what was wrong, but she wanted to talk in person. I couldn't focus on anything else for the next hour because I was so worried about what she wanted to tell me. When she got to my place, my friends and I had finished our game. She asked to talk, and then she told me that my fiancé had cheated on me during the party. It felt like someone had punched me really hard. This was exactly what I was afraid of when my fiancé first suggested having separate parties, and she promised it wouldn't happen. Until then, I trusted her completely, so I felt really dumb for not seeing this coming. I asked my friend if she was sure about what happened, and she showed me a video of my fiancé kissing another guy at a bar. This video was in a group chat where my fiancé and her friends planned the party. I felt like crying when I saw the video. It made me feel sick. There was the woman I was supposed to marry, kissing another man while her friends cheered. My friend told me what happened before the cheating.
Yeah, dude, the friends cheering. Yeah, dude, that's what fucking, again, like a real man, it's like, all right, we're not gonna be doing this bachelorette party bullshit. And if you got retarded friends, they're out of the life. If you got stupid exes, they're out of your life. And again, people are like, oh, you're just insecure, bro. You're just an insecure frog. No, dude, it's called fucking boundaries. I don't want retarded people around me. I don't want retarded people influencing my significant other. That's why you set these boundaries and keep the retards at bay. And because this nerd didn't understand boundaries, well, he did. His instinct was like, yeah, this is a bad idea. This is a really stupid idea. Nothing good can come of this. And his intuition was correct. But like a good little simp, he's just like, oh, we'll just let the women do what they want. Because I don't want people thinking I'm insecure. Dude, who gives a fuck what people think? It's your relationship. It's your marriage, not theirs, not mine. Don't be a fucking cuck. Don't be a simp. Stand up for yourself. If I can just like impress upon one thing that's like just so important in life, it's just stand up for yourself, for the little things and the big things. You know, like there's always a time and place. There's always moments in your life where it's like you got to stand up for yourself and you got to put your fucking foot down, or people are gonna fucking walk all over you. Hashtag insecure frog. Disavow. Gio hates D&D, but BG3 is a great game, and he's being a hater. Look, I don't hate D&D, bro. Like, it just... Oh, Baldur's Gate 3? Oh, to be continued, Spencer.
But she didn't know a lot of details. She said my fiancé's maid of honor spent the whole night complaining that I wouldn't let them have a normal bachelorette party and called me too controlling and jealous. My fiancé didn't argue with her.
Dude, this is the first time watching this video. Too controlling and jealous. Yeah, no shit, dude.
Just kept drinking and having fun. Some of the women noticed men paying attention to her, and the maid of honor told her to flirt. My fiancé hesitated at first, but then she...
Dude, tell me, man, this fucking... Dude, you... Like, the fucking... The most retarded bitches in your girlfriend, your wife's friend circle, dude, she's gotta go. She's gotta go. She's almost as bad as an ex. They both gotta go. The ex has gotta go. The best friend who's retarded has to go.
We went up to a guy at the bar. This made our mutual friend uncomfortable, so she left the party early. But she was still in the group chat where they share the video. I thanked my friend for telling me and asked her to send me the proof and anything else she got. After she left, I cried. Then I texted my fiancé, telling her the wedding was off. Soon after, my phone blew up with messages from her and her friends. They even added me to the group chat where they shared the video. About 30 minutes later, my fiancé came home crying, begging me not to call off the wedding. She said she was drunk and didn't know what she was doing. She swore it was just kissing and that she loved me. I didn't say anything, which seemed to make her more desperate. She kept apologizing, saying it would never happen again, and promising to cut off those friends. I told her I didn't want to talk about it and that the wedding was still on.
Yeah, dude, those friends should have been cut off like years ago, bro. It's too late now. She cheated.
I said she could have the party she wanted because I was leaving. This made her even more desperate. She tried to block the door to stop me from leaving. I stayed silent, packed my bag, then called my sister to ask if I could stay with her for a few days. I've been staying at my sister's place for a few days now, letting folks know the wedding's off. Only my sister knows why. I just feel so embarrassed. My ex keeps calling and texting me every day. My sister's been giving me lots of support, but I'm still not sure what to do next. I feel really lost. Even with all that's happened, I still care about her. Should I listen to what she has to say? Should I explain why the wedding's off to everyone? Is there any chance we can make things right? Did anything more happen than just kissing? My ex says no. She kissed the guy and then went back to her friends. They were heading to the next bar when she got my text about calling off the wedding.
Yeah, she went to the next bar and then she kissed the next guy's penis. And then she went to another bar and fucked some dude in the parking lot. And then she got caught and is about to face accountability. And now you're cuck posting on Reddit. Hey guys, my whore fiance, right before the wedding, is doing all this stuff with guys. I just don't know what to do. Dude, just fucking leave. Okay, so first off.
During that time, a lot of stuff could have happened. And now, it's hard to trust her. Also, do you think her friends might have set her up? I don't think it was a setup. Our mutual...
No, it wasn't a setup, bro. Just, that's how fucking stupid women are. You have like a bunch of women in a group, and if you got like single bitches, like they just love sabotaging happy relationships. They love sabotaging, you know, a union between a man and a woman. They want to throw in other men into the mix because it's funny to them. That's why they were cheering and laughing, because it's a fucking joke. The box wine Karens, you know, white wine Karens, whatever you want to call them. They love this shit.
Friends said it seemed like the chance came up, and the others encouraged my ex. It seems like she's not fully taking responsibility and putting some blame on her friends.
Yeah, of course she's not gonna take responsibility, dude. Come on, bro. Dude, it's the problem with blue pillars. They just don't get it, bro. They just don't understand how like people function in the modern world.
Yeah, those friends should be cut off. My pals would never let me get into a situation like that. They'd have stopped me way before it got that far. People are like the company they keep. Are any of them married? I wonder if this kind of thing happens often with their group. The friend who told you about it seems to be the only one with a conscience. I can't stand cheating. Once trust is broken, it's hard to get it back.
Dude, date the girl who fucking ratted on the cheating bitch. And yeah, I would date her if she's cute.
I don't want to always wonder about her intentions. I don't know all of her friend group that well, but from what I know, only the friend who came to me and shared what was happening is married. I wonder what rules you both decided on for these gatherings. What did you agree to exactly? No hiring clothes removers or any other kinds of people like that. No staying out too late, no drinking too much, and no doing things that could lead to cheating. Update 1: as I mentioned before, I called off the wedding. At first, I didn't tell anyone why, but people here said I should if I wanted to handle things right. So I started calling everyone again and explained why the wedding was off. It was really embarrassing to tell them my fiancé kissed another guy while her friends cheered, but my family has been really supportive, especially my...
Yeah, dude, just be like, yeah, guys, I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, look, it sucks, it's embarrassing, sure, but you didn't do anything wrong. It's like, hey, can't do the wedding anymore. The woman that I was going to marry is cheating on me. The woman that I married is unfaithful. The woman that I married is very susceptible to peer pressure from her retard friends. I apologize for wasting everybody's time, but it's time for me to move on from this and move positively move in a direction in life that's really positive and free of skanks. I mean, that's all I got to say, man. I mean, you can't really make fun of a guy like that. I mean, first off, you're going to be kind of protected because people are going to feel bad for you. So they're not going to want to kick you when you're down. Only evil people will do that. But yeah, like if my friend was like, oh, dude, you know, Cindy fucking cheated on me, bro. Like, there's all these images and shit at the nightclub. And I'm like, oh, fuck, bro. Let's grab some fucking, you know, Napoli's pizza or something. Fucking, dude, check it. Let's admire my 85-inch TV. Let's get our minds off it, bro. We'll watch some fucking Andrew Tate videos or something. It'll be all right. You know, I'm not going to fucking kick this person when they're down. And, you know, obviously you're going to be inviting friends and family. Again, there's no shame. It's embarrassing. Yes, you can't avoid that. But it's not your fault. People got to just be like, look, it's not going to work. You got to walk away. Hashtag walk away. It's kind of like the theme of the show tonight. You gotta walk away from the woke shit, walk away from Eric July, walk away from, you know, Sweet Baby Inc. and stuff. Let's see. Dear Abby, what my husband saw on my phone may destroy our marriage. Oh, God. What are they going to confess to dear old Abby this time? I have known my husband for 10 years. We have been married for 4. We love each other very much, but I did something that has caused him to no longer trust me. And he won't forgive me. I went to a pub while my husband was at a class. I told him I was going to the pub, and he was fine with it. We know everybody who works there very well. The problem is, a nice man sat down a seat away from me, and we started talking about all kinds of stuff. At the end of the evening, we exchanged phone numbers. He texted me a week later, wanting to know if I could meet him for lunch. I said yes. Big mistake. But we didn't meet because I realized it would be wrong. What? But we didn't meet because I realized it would be wrong? Okay. My husband saw his text on my phone, and he is upset and angry. He hasn't spoken to me since. It's been almost a week. He said he can no longer trust me, and he won't accept my apologies or forgive me. What can I do? You know, a self-respecting man would just walk away. I wish more guys would be like that. Just walk away. And the answer to what could I do should be nothing. Nobody should provide safety or quarters for these cheating whores. Let's continue. Let's hear what Abby has to say. Dear Losing, although your intentions may have been innocent, for your husband to have found out about the planned lunch the way he did couldn't have been worse. Had you told him you met someone nice and had been invited to lunch, it might not have made him angry. It would have made me fucking angry still. I don't blame him for feeling he may not be able to trust you. Remind him that you did not go to that lunch. Tell him you love him and ask what you need to do to earn back that trust. Ask if he would go to counseling with you. However, if you are unable to do that, accept that your marriage is toast. What a shame. Yeah, you're pretty fucked. Also, I don't like this advice here. So again, Abby, what's going on here? always go to counseling. So going to counseling means spending a shit ton of money on these fucking fake professionals. And again, all this can be resolved relatively quickly. We need a 24-hour stream. Dude, I don't have the strength or stamina to do that. Unless both parties agree to a hall pass, which is questionable, then call it off. It's highly likely it won't be the only time she cheats. Oh, yeah, absolutely. This guy calling his own party a bachelorette party too tells you everything you need to know about him. I know, right? Hashtag troll successful. Fuck you. Steady dispatch. Awful. But yeah, there's just nothing you can do. Self-respecting men should just walk away. Yeah. You know, relationships, love, it's, you know, people call it a game, which is kind of true. Games have rules, and everybody plays the game a little bit differently. When you're getting to know somebody, you have to establish the rules very early on. What is acceptable? What is not? Who's allowed into the game? Who isn't? So for me, I don't want my significant other to be friends with stupid women who are going to try to pressure them or influence them to do bad things. I don't want her to be going off, running off to bars by herself. Yeah, under no circumstance would I ever accept her giving her phone number to a man that she doesn't know. For the purpose, again, I'm a fucking dude. Like the guy in the story, the unknown man, like that's what I do. And I only want one thing. So when someone else is trying to do it, I'm not fucking stupid. And when people are like, "Oh, well, you're just an insecure frog. You're just, again, you're jealous. You're whatever." No, it's called boundaries. Boundaries are good. Boundaries, borders are good. And they need to be enforced. And they need to be protected. And they have to be respected. Transgressing against the boundaries is a really great sign of what's to come. And a great tell of someone's personality. Friendly reminder to the chat, never date anyone who's a Disney adult. Yes. Oh, God. We could probably have you on, Spencer, and talk about the Disney adult situation. I know it's not my story to tell, but I think that would be a lot of fun. All right, let's continue. We're almost done here, guys. Oh boy, this one better be fucking short.
5 weeks ago, our daughter came out with blonde hair and pale blue eyes. It came as a huge surprise to my husband and I.
Oh, here, let me restart this really quick.
My delusional husband accused me of cheating because our daughter had blonde hair. We're both brunettes. He hated my reaction to the paternity test results. Have been married my husband for 2 years and gave birth to our daughter 5 weeks ago. Our daughter came out with blonde hair and pale blue eyes. It came as a huge surprise to my husband and I because my husband and I have brown hair and brown eyes. While I thought it was cute and maybe a recessive gene, my husband had a completely different reaction. My husband freaked out and started yelling at me as soon as we were alone. Anytime I tried to explain that, sometimes, babies are born with lighter hair and eyes that get darker over time. He demanded a paternity test and threatened to divorce me if I didn't comply, so I did the test. He then stormed out and told me that he doesn't want to be anywhere near a dirty cheater like me. He went to his parents' house for the first 3 weeks of our daughter's life, leaving me to deal with sleep deprivation, dirty diapers, and feedings all alone. It wasn't enough for him that I was alone, though. He also fed lies to his parents. It came to the point where my mother-in-law called me and told me that if the paternity test revealed that the child wasn't his, she would make sure I was taken to the cleaners during the divorce. All I had was my baby sister who flew 3 hours to help me. Yesterday, I got the results of the paternity test back. I invited my husband to our house to open it with me, and he came with a snarky attitude. He asked me if I was ready to lose this house in the divorce, and how he can't wait to find out how I'll be suffering as a single mom. I didn't say anything and opened the test up. When I saw the results, I started laughing so hard and read out the results to him. "You are the father." My husband had this shocked, kinda mortified look on his face with his eyes wide as he heard me. I couldn't help but say, "I told you so," and started laughing at the way he looked. My husband snapped out of his shock and started yelling at me for laughing at him. We argued for a bit, which was mainly him telling me how selfish I am, before my sister came downstairs and my husband shut up. After that, my husband went back to his parents' house to clear his head, and 2-3 hours later, my mother-in-law called to scold me about laughing in my husband's face, because apparently it was kicking him while he was down. She's also left a couple nasty texts essentially saying the same thing this morning. I don't think I'm a jerk, but I'd like outsider perspective on this.
Okay, so I got a few thoughts about this situation. So first off, it's technically true. Sometimes the features of a little baby will change over time. The eye color can change, the hair color can change. All that is true. All that is true. However, I feel like there are some things missing in this story. I'm very suspicious of the OP. First off, woman. 2, like, if the relationship is going well and there's no reason to suspect, here's the deal. How do I put this? Like, if you don't have any reason to believe that your significant other is cheating, you know, why would you believe that the baby isn't really yours? And why would you have that reaction? The reaction just doesn't make a lot of sense. Again, you are the man is anticipating that the baby is clearly not his. And he's like, you know, issuing these like legal threats against the woman. He's like, I'm going to fucking take the house and I'm going to fuck your life up and I'm going to take all your fucking money and all whatever. And I'm going to laugh at you as you're a single mom, you know, hanging out with like the war band and shit, just smoking that reefer. But, and then of course, like the reactions that the characters, exhibit in the story just don't make a lot of sense. I feel like there's a lot of variables missing here. But if I were to take this at face value, 1, if the baby is yours, be grateful. And 2, if you were being a giant cunt about the entire situation and you were completely wrong about it, dude, you got to kiss that woman's ass endlessly. Because 1, you accuse her of cheating and you abandoned her while she had a newborn, which is a fucking huge no-no. Yeah, dude, you got to kiss her ass endlessly. However, I don't trust the story. I feel like something is amiss here. I can just feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my bones. Something is wrong. All right, we're almost done, guys. There's like 4 more of these, 4 more stories, and we got some surprise cringe. This one's pretty fucking hard to. This one was hard to listen to, man. I couldn't not listen to this one, so this is not going to be a surprise to me. So let's get into it.
I abandoned my newborn kids for 5 years because I went traveling in Europe. I'm now back and my ex refuses to let me see my kids. I have 3 kids with my ex who got me pregnant with twins in my senior year of college. I moved in with him and we were raising our kids together. 14 months after giving birth to the boys, I had a girl and fell into depression, realizing I desperately wanted to travel and leave everyone behind out of the blue. I decided then this is what I needed to get in the right mental state. I called my ex and told him I'm going to Europe for a couple of months. He was incensed and tried to talk me out of it. I explained this is what I needed to go back to being myself and be a better parent and partner. So I went. He called me the first couple of months and kept.
Yeah, can you imagine just hearing that from like your fucking wife who you had 3 kids with, 3 little babies with? It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna have to abandon you guys. I need to grow as a person. I just need to get taller. You know, I just need to grow as a human being, and I need to, taste schlong in every country in Europe and the Middle East and Africa. I just need to discover who I really am. You know, I just need to find myself. You know, like Waldo.
Asking if I was coming back. Eventually he stopped calling. About 6 months in, my parents told me that he had filed to get full custody of the kids. I was mad he didn't tell me before doing it, but I thought I'd at least take full advantage and really see the world and get it out of my system.
I just need to fuck all these dudes all over the world. I just need to get it out of my system. Dude, a lot of women have that fucking perspective. It's so fucking weird. Guys, like when I hear like a woman's like, oh, I just travel, like I love traveling, like, oh my God, it's my hobby. Dude, red flag. That's not wife material. It's not girlfriend material. I don't trust women who are like, oh my God, I just love traveling. I fucking can't stand them. Don't trust it. Don't trust it. And abandoning the kids. Yeah, I mean, guys, there was a high profile story of a Latinx woman who abandoned her baby daughter. I think it was her baby daughter. This just happened like literally like a month or 2 ago. She went to Puerto Rico and she's like walking up and down the beach, taking pictures of her fat ass. And the baby passed away because it was abandoned. She abandoned the baby to go travel. Like that's the kind of, again, dude, red flags, women who have wanderlust, like 100%. Like I'm not going to waver from this opinion. Like if I'm in a relationship and, you know, like my serious relationship, my girlfriend or wife or whatever is like, hey, like look at this cool event happening in, Cologne, Germany. We should go. Oh, all right, maybe we can. Let's fit it in. Let's let's see how much PTO we both have and see what dates make the most sense. And we'll work it out. But we're doing it together. But if she's like, oh yeah, me and the bitches are gonna go, I'd be like, oh, whoa. All right, well, let's finish the story.
Let him have custody. I traveled more for a little over 2 years and visited every continent. When I was done, I really wanted to see my kids again as I no longer had to care for them in their baby stages, but I felt guilty for not being present in their lives and I didn't want to face my ex.
I don't believe her. She didn't feel guilty at all. Disavow.
The friends I made in my travels offered me a gig as an English teacher in a private school in Thailand. I took the opportunity and spent the next 3 years doing that. This year, however, I returned stateside and stayed with my parents. They showed me pictures of the kids and told me. My ex let them see the kids a couple of times. I then managed to get in touch with an old friend and asked if he knew how the kids were raised while I was gone. He said that they were raised by a wolf pack. Apparently, when I abandoned my kids, basically anyone and everyone who had a passing relation to the dad stepped up. His mom moved in for the first year to help with the babies. Neighbors, friends and relatives all donated or bought kids stuff for them. One of his friends manages a restaurant and he brought them unused food almost every night. One of our old buddies runs an MMA gym and he has a kids class that starts after school, so he takes them in after school until their dad gets off work. Whenever the kids need a babysitter, 2 or 3 rowdy men show up ready to be horsey or punching bags for the boys and tea party guests for the little girl. One of our other friends was a lawyer. Turns out he helped my ex gain custody and advised him through the process. I also heard their dad is doing well now. Every Sunday night, he hosts football parties and invites people over to hang out with the kids. Apparently my daughter delights in serving everyone wheat juice. After hearing this, I knew I needed to do something. I got in touch with my ex telling him I was ready to be involved in their lives. But to my surprise, he flat out refused. I threatened to sue for custody and he just replied good luck with that and sent my pictures of me partying in Europe. They are not flattering, exposing me doing blow off a midget's pee. I abandoned.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me, dude. Like a lot of these chicks, they just, they're getting fucked. They're getting fucked when they go try. And again, like, I'm not like the fucking like fun police, like women I don't know who want to like do this stuff. I don't really care. Have fun. It's your life. It's got nothing to do with me. But when I am like right now, because summer's coming up and I'm gonna come out of hibernation. I know I had this thing with this chick not long ago, like less than a month ago or whatever, and it didn't really work out. I deleted the dating apps, but I'm about to install those dating apps, like, I don't know, maybe tonight. And, try to find someone who's serious. And, like, the travel thing, huge fucking red flag. No travel. No OnlyFans. No fucking Snapchat. Those are the big ones right now. Can't do it. Can't do it. We got to lay out, like I said, people, like, the dynamics of relationships have changed so drastically now. Like, if you are seriously dating, like you want to like have a family and shit, man, time is of the essence, and everyone's got to fucking lay out what they want up front very quickly, and then you move forward. Life is just, dude, the game has changed, man. The game has changed. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of women like this who just abandon their families and shit. Not surprising. We're probably going to see a lot more of that. New York City women's insanely high dating standards are screwing them over. Yeah, doesn't surprise me. I mean, do I even really need to go over something? Okay, dude, this chick right here, who is this? Dating expert Amber Saletti believes it's okay to have high standards in some areas, but others should be open for negotiation. Yeah. I mean, some standards are okay, but other than that, they're pretty delusional. Let's just read a little bit of this. If it's boring, we're just gonna go ahead and skip it. 6 feet tall, 6-pack, and 6-figure salary. That's seemingly the bare minimum men must possess to impress ambitious single women in New York City, where many are also hoping their date is endowed with a trust fund, an Ivy League degree, and a summer house in the Hamptons. Dude, okay, so I read a lot of this, a lot, like, and I hear a lot of these, demands. However, it's also like very common for like women to date like scrubs and shit, and like dudes who just like got out of prison and stuff. Like, look, if you're not like 6 feet tall or 6-pack or 6-figure, like if you're like lacking some of these, one of these, you don't need to like. You can also be like a thug, and or just like the worst at everything. I mean, how many times or how many people do you know in your life? You somebody. It's like, oh yeah, my man. He just sits on his ass and does nothing all day. But the woman won't leave him, but she can get anybody. Most women have it. Women have it really easy. Why does she stick around? Look, if you're really fun, and you know your way around a bed, women will put up with you. If you know how to lick something, goddammit, she won't abandon you. Why not? You're fun. But it's like usually like the boring dudes. They get fucking hosed so badly. That's seemingly the bare minimum, blah, blah, blah. Recent survey, blah, blah, blah. 80% of women are open to lowering their standards through in order to meet a mate. So, so this is a new trend. A recent survey from a dating app, Flirtini, found that a whopping 80% of women are open to lowering their standards, though, in order to meet a mate. But are New York City's single ladies willing to do the same? It's no secret that dating has always been a blood spot. I think this is supposed to be blood sport in the Big Apple, where the world's most eligible, ambitious jockey to bolster both their prospects and social standing. But the list of non-negotiables is seemingly more outlandish than ever. I 100% would not date a guy who lives in Queens. I do not, and I do a heavy stock before saying yes to anyone who lives in Brooklyn or Jersey. Okay, who cares? All three of my last boyfriends have Wikipedia pages, and another selective singleton 23 weighed in. Okay, so we got a star fucker right here. Money is nice. One New York dater 24 declared. A private jet sweetens the deal. It makes sense why New York single ladies have sky-high standards. Young women now out-earn young men in Manhattan. Why would they waste time with a male who doesn't measure up? But would it be wise for Big Apple beauties? This is not a Big Apple beauty, by the way. My standards aren't even that high, and I wouldn't date this chick. But would it be wise for a Big Apple beauties to lower their standards for lasting love? Are the super successful, super fussy daters hurting themselves waiting for a perfect partner who may not even exist? Dating expert Amber Soletti says, yes and no. I have met tons of singles through my dating events, both men and women, who have crazy expectations for their partner, and I feel sad for a lot of them who are clearly feeling lonely and going to remain single forever. Bro, like, dude, like, I hear these fucking standards, and, like, again, people are like, oh, dude, you're jealous, you're this, you insecure frog, whatever. Dude, my standards are pretty sensible. It's like, look, you can't be fucking all about that retarded travel life, no Snapchat, no OnlyFans, that's like the bare minimum. Like, I don't even think I'm asking for too much. Yeah, I'm going to have demands, and I'm going to expect her to respect them if she wants me around. And you know what? She will have demands, and she will have expectations of me. And if we can agree on key issues, then I will likely reciprocate and respect her demands and abide by the rules of the game, the love game. The dating expert says she understands dating deal breakers. Yeah, okay. And used to be one of the worst offenders when she lived in Manhattan. She now resides in Austin, blah, blah, blah. When someone presents me with a list of 20 plus things they have to ask, I ask them to try cutting it down to 5 or 10 things. I have like 3 or 4 things, less than 5 for sure. So I feel like I'm abiding by these rules. Look, I'm not even a dating coach. I can fucking do this bitch's job. And they then all of a sudden have so many more options, she says. Yeah. Dating apps have also fueled the fastidiousness with which women can select their prospective suitors. Infamous 2009 research, blah, blah, blah. They're not in hot pursuit of their own Mr. Big. Dating was always a minefield, but now I think it's even crazier because you can always scroll and find someone cooler or hotter or richer. One 46-year-old single told a Post. So there are some surprising things the relationship guru Soletti believes women shouldn't budge on. If you're only attracted to men of a certain height or physique, you may be superficial, but it's okay to keep your high standards, she asserts. Meanwhile, the guru says dating someone with the same political beliefs and views on child rearing should be non-negotiable. That I agree with. If you try to compromise on those types of deal breakers, you're going to end up in a relationship with a lot of arguing, resentment, and eventual demise, she explained. Former Big Apple denizen Amber Soletti now resides in Austin, Texas, where she's happily married. Yeah, why does it look like she would definitely date a guy who looks like this? Not even fucking surprised. Yeah, this article's kind of boring. I'm not really down with this. I mean, there's a couple things I agree with, but overall, again, I think everybody should have some standards. Everybody should have the things that are non-negotiable, and they should all be pretty reasonable. Again, somebody like Soletti, she couldn't get with a guy like me. And that's fine, people have their own preferences. And having your own preferences is fine. Nobody should be ashamed for that. However, the whole, the money thing, I know it matters for some people. I just don't think it's as big of a deal as the internet makes it out to be. Again, like growing up, very, very poor, don't come from a great family. Again, father is homeless, and my mom hasn't had a job or she doesn't work at all. And I'm like the only person making all this money. And, I went to a community college and I went to UNLV, nothing to boast about, right? Again, not royalty or anything like that. My first 2 jobs, making, well, not my first 2 jobs. One of my first jobs when I was in high school, I was making $7.50 an hour. I wasn't making any money at all, and it was part-time. I was also a magician, making like $10 an hour, working at this gift shop, just not making like any money. But I still went on date with cute chicks, still went out, was still able to live a life. And there's even like to this day, like we all hear about the dude who's like a bum, who's a loser, who's not ambitious or whatever. But he still gets chicks. So like, I don't want people to think like you need to be some like stockbroker bajillionaire. That's just not the case. That's just not reality, I think. I think a lot of people are fooled by that. Granted, people are taking a lot of stock in what people really want. Like if you were to ask men like what they really, really want, it's like, yeah, I want the super hot model looking chick, and long, beautiful, silky, smooth hair. But I mean, are they really gonna get it? No. And you know, a lot of chicks are like, yeah, I want the 6 figures, 6 inches, whatever. And are they really gonna get it though? No. And a lot of chicks who do have those beliefs, they do inevitably end up settling. So it's not the end of the world, man. People just put a lot of stock in this stuff and they need to chill out. Let's see. Let me read some of these comments. Trying to ask out chicks you don't even know is some serious loser shit. Hold on. There's some more stuff. You will never find someone who is serious if you're talking to girls who use dating apps. I don't believe that. Trying to ask out chicks you don't even know is some serious loser. First off, everybody in my life, excluding like my mom, I didn't know until I talked to them or they talked to me. That doesn't make you a loser, rookie. Everybody starts at 0 and you got to build rapport. And like online dating isn't new, like back when MySpace was a thing, like when I was a kid using MySpace, chicks would message me like, hey, I'm new in town. I don't know anybody. You want to hang out? And I'd be like, yeah. Or I would add chicks on that I went to school with, but I didn't really know them. And I'd be like, hey, what's up? And we would like hang out and go out and stuff. Like, I mean, the only thing is that the app, there's now a specific app just for doing that. MySpace, you could just do whatever you wanted. It was kind of wild. I think that's a man. Short hair equal man. No, it's not a man. Disavow. Funny though, how women realize they screwed up and come crawling back. Yeah, pretty much. You clearly mean guys come crawling back. It is always the guy. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. It could be either or. I don't know who's more of an offender of that, but I've seen it go both ways. Not just in my life, but in others. These article pictures are priceless. I know, right, AC? An ex of mine from years ago apologized to me and came back into my life. Also, Joe, money is important on relationships, especially if the chick expects you to be her sugar daddy. Look, there are chicks who expect dudes to be sugar daddies. That's certainly true. And there's also sensible women who may not make a lot of money who do expect the man to provide. And again, I'm not saying that you have to do this or you have to 100% agree with it. I'm just telling you how it is. If you want like a date to go successful or you want it to go your way, the goal is to get the chick to get another, to like kiss you at the end of the night or sleep with her at the end of the night. If I ask a chick out on a date, I'm going to have to pay for everything. If I want her to look upon me favorably, if I want to see her again, if I want her to take me home, I'm going to have to pay. And maybe money would be important in that aspect. But there's also instances where you can get away with a lot of things while being a scrub, as I have been most of my life. Again, I'm not here to stunt on anybody or pretend to be something I'm not. I'm just a regular working class dude. And I just never really had these problems. I mean, right now, like I took a step back because I had to focus on some other things in the past month, and I deleted the apps because I was just like, look, because some of like the articles and stuff that I talked about, some of the situations that I was kind of involved with, and just the girl that I was dealing with, it was almost exactly like what has been presented on the show, or it played out like something like from a bit that Under Chronic did. Or something from the Manosphere guy, something that he talked about. And I'm just like, yeah, I should just take a breather. There's other things that I got to focus on. So I stepped back. I asked out chicks, I don't know. I guess losers smash too. Yeah, AC, you did nothing wrong. Rookie, explain yourself. Like, why would you have that mindset? I just think you're wrong. And you want to avoid chicks who date you for money. Yeah, dude, obviously. Blah, 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 blah. Tell us about your mother and the homeless man. I don't really want to talk about that. I mean, it's not really in my life, you know. I was abandoned as a kid at a young age, so again, I don't want to get too into it. But you know, your boy's been through some shit. That's all I gotta say. You know, it's not. There's just some stories. Again, I want to be as transparent as I can with you guys, but there's just some stories that aren't really mine to tell all the time, as much as I would like to. You don't have to pay to take women out. I've asked out and been with people who are willing to go to parks, work out, just hang out. Free is she. Yeah, dude, dates don't have to be expensive, man. Dates do not have to be expensive, dude. People just put a lot of emphasis on this stuff and just get into this negative mindset, and I just don't agree with it. I feel like all that stuff is what you do before you ever think about starting to date someone. What do you mean, rookie? I don't understand. Like, what do you mean? I mean, you don't know until you know. Mommy issues is the number one cause for successful men. I don't really think I have any issues whatsoever. It's just like, look, like I grew up hard. You know, I didn't have a really, you know, happy. No, that's not true. Like, I had a very normal childhood. You know, I skateboarded, I played video games, I went to the football games, I had girlfriends, I had a lot of friends. And I wasn't bullied. You know, again, like, life could have been so much worse for me, and it wasn't. Like, there was a lot of happiness and love and a lot of positivity, and a lot of the guys and girls that I grew up with, a good chunk of them are still in my life, and from when I grew up. And a lot of the people that I went to like school with and people I grew up with, I wish the majority of them nothing but happiness and success. And again, it's just like, hold up. Yeah, but besides all the happy stuff, I mean, there were some things that just like people don't know about me or understand about me, and you know, some of the stories just are not mine to tell. But again, like I mentioned it before, like there was drug use in the home, there's domestic violence in the home, and I worked with kids who were victims of really horrible crimes, and I was able to connect with victims and just people who were suffering because I went through it, and I never talked to people like an authority figure or whatever. I talked to them and empathize with them as somebody who literally went through it and literally understands it better than most people. And so while there's a lot of good, and I always focus on the good, I cling on to that, but there's also a lot of bad too. And I don't like to like focus too much on it because I don't want people to like pity me or feel sad for me or whatever. And that's just not, and again, it didn't kill me, you know, it didn't take me down. Having the whooping cough was more disastrous than some of the things that I experienced as a kid. You know, like my mom generally, I don't want to say hates me, but she told me at least 3 times in my life that she wished she aborted me. And I remember like, and I'm just so fucking honest with people that I remember I was arguing like about like pro-life stuff. Like I was just being ideologically consistent and trying to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. And I'm like, people who are pro-choice are not really pro-choice. They're just pro-abortion. And I highlighted that they do not believe that I should be able to refuse certain pharmaceutical products to be injected into my body. They don't believe that I had the right to do that. They believe I should have been kicked out on my ass and fired from my job. They believe I should be forced to have those stupid cloth bags over my face. So I'm like, so you're not pro bodily autonomy. You're just pro abortion. And then people would probably, I bet your mom should have aborted you. She actually did. She wishes she did. You know, I don't really think she likes me too much. And that's just how it is, you guys. I don't know how else to put it, you know? Like I'm not trying to fucking, I'm just trying to be honest. The park hanging out with buddies, that is how you get to know someone before they're even a person. You'd ask out, what? The park hanging out with buddies? I don't, yeah, rookie, I really don't know what you mean by that. Right, you don't know if you should ask them out until you know. I had a normal childhood, grows up to make and play with puppets. Hey, fuck you, AC. Dating women is rainbowish. You don't date property. Disavow women deserve respect. Shush, Friedrich Marx. Don't say women are property, or else the government will try to tax you for owning one. Can y'all at least admit that these chicks you ask out before you've known them a while do not count as far as you have been treated by chicks goes? What do you mean they don't count? Count in terms of what? Because honestly, if you're dating chicks you don't know very well, you can't complain about anything. No, I get that. Look, okay. I think complaining about women is not very productive, so I can agree with you on that. However, when you see somebody and you read like a profile and it's just like, you know, she's like, oh yeah, I like pizza. It's okay, well, I like pizza, and you know, she looks okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and message her. She doesn't look retarded. You don't really know her, but you want to get to know her because she at least looks interesting. There's something there that appeals to you at the very least. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think that makes you a loser, rookie. I don't know. I'm just having a hard time agreeing with you here. Yeah, I mean, complaining about women, again, that's just not something that I like to do. I don't think I've ever like really complained about like someone I dated on this channel. How many men have you rejected that have asked you out when you first met them? Oh boy. All right, there's going to be drama in the chat. Like, obviously, those are cheating hoes who will break your heart. You're expecting that if you are dating a girl you don't know yet. I don't agree with this. I don't, rookie. You got scrambled brain. I got mush mouth. You got mush brain, because you're not really making a lot of sense here. I mean, like, there's like a couple things that are like little nuggets of truth, but overall, your little like theory or whatever, I just don't see it. DV. I watched my mother get hot so hard her blood hit the roof 2 feet hit the roof 2 feet tall roof. Okay. We need a stream dedicated to Rookie's comments. I believe we have derailed hard. Yeah, Rookie, you've derailed us pretty hard here. Okay, guys, we're almost done here. We got some surprise cringe. Yeah, we already talked about this in depth, so I should have just included this in the beginning. However bad, raw egg nationalist. Again, I think this name is kind of cringe, but I mean, I agree with him, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. However bad you may think things are in your life now, just remember you're not Anita Sarkeesian staging a wedding-themed 40th birthday party at which she didn't actually get married. Yeah, guys, look, life's going to throw curveballs at you. Things aren't always going to go your way, but it's going to get better if you really want it to. Just know that you're not Anita Sarkeesian staging fake weddings. Cernovich writes, believe it or not, this is one of the most influential feminists of the 2010s. Oh boy. Let's see. They're not cheating if you're not in a relationship with a person. Yeah, it's Spencer, that's correct. I just don't get the idea of being willing to ask out someone you don't know that well. Seems insane to me. I'd assume a guy is a retard if he's a stranger expecting me to spend time alone together. Well, Rookie, believe it or not, this is what people do. I mean, I remember I was at this party and it was like a bunch of hipsters and stuff. And there was this really cute chick. It was Halloween and my hands are freezing. And I was like, oh, my hands are so cold. And this girl, super cute. She ends up like warming up my hands. And then I didn't get her number, but she was running around trying to ask people who knew me. And they gave her my number and we went out together on a date. I mean, again, I never met this chick in my life. Yeah, I fucked that one up though. That didn't go so well for me. I guess it didn't go well for her because I was an idiot. But yeah, I mean, dude, like I don't know, maybe because like I go out a lot. I mean, I don't know. Like I just don't think this is correct. I mean, some of my best friends, some of the best people that I know. Like I didn't know anything at all. I'm just like, yeah, man, want to hang out? And then just like we hung out and then we just never stopped hanging out and being good friends. Let's see. Rookie, I know it's hard to believe, but people used to ask each other out at the bar, at the bowling alley, or social events before the internet. That is very true. Time alone. We aren't talking about a private room. We were talking about a public setting. Besides, some men carry heat just in case anything happens. Rookie doesn't believe in blind dates. Yeah, AC, yeah, you put it correctly. Rookie's a female. It has psychosis. All female dog. Okay, disavow. Women are not dogs. Disavow. No, I don't. Who needs them? Who has time for them? All right, well, I'm gonna have to disavow. All right, guys, we got one more surprise cringe. And how long have we gone? We've gone 3 hours exactly. And I'm very happy about that. We had no issues with the show except at the beginning. The microphone just took a shit for no reason, but whatever. Why are the liberals like this? This guy gives me Alec Baldwin vibes. Can we refresh this? What's going on here? Where's my F5 button?
We're not going anywhere, boy. We're not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere. He's mental. He's a Democrat. He's a Biden voter.
That guy sounds like me. I was like, what are you doing, boy?
Is there something wrong with you? The questions are for you to answer. Where's your permission? We've got it.
I gave him permission.
Yeah.
Dude, of course he's wearing a fucking Star Wars shirt. Look at this fucking geek, bro. Dude, I'm telling you guys, all these fucking consumers, man, they love Dude, all the evil people love Star Wars now. Just an FYI.
Yeah.
Let me see your badge, man. Why are you so upset? Why are you shaking so bad?
Yeah, why are you shaking?
What is your problem, Joe Biden voter?
Are you a millionaire?
This is called
You
freedom
must be a fucking millionaire.
This is called freedom of speech.
For you?
You ever heard of it?
For you?
Okay, go get it. Go find your freedom.
I'm doing it
of speech.
right here.
No.
You need
and
to
I'm
move
not
on.
leaving.
You own it? Move it on! You go lost, motherfucker! Fuck you! You fuck you! Go suck somebody's cock.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Okay.
Yeah, so what's happening here? We got these MAGA bros, really funny dudes. They got a giant truck with giant Trump flags, and this fucking Democrat just started screaming at them. He was like, "Where's your fucking permit? Oi, mate, you got a license for that protest? Oi, you got a license to support Orange Man, mate? Oi. What the fuck is this, bro? I thought this went more viral. I know that another post of this had like millions of views. Very funny. Pour some water on him and see what happens. They believe MSN. Very funny. The Hypnotoad. The one frog that cannot be trusted. We do not like frogs who engage in this nefarious practice of putting people under hypnosis. We do think honestly here. Is this guy what this book is talking about? Surprised his heart took that. Tom Scheller and Paul Wallman. The book is called White Rule Rage: The Threat to American Democracy. Ugh, fuck democracy. A party of miserable women and weak men. Yeah, he's wearing a Star Wars shirt. I mean, I can just tell someone's politics just by the shirt that they're wearing. Like, oh yeah, by the way, if you see someone wearing a NASA shirt, like NASA fuckboys, they can't be trusted either. All right, let me see some of the comments. Is Rookie still saying things? And I feel like everyone you see in a social setting are all the same people you see all the time. People you know. Well, it depends what social setting that you're in. You know, it all depends. I don't know, Rookie. I think your idea of like social situations, I feel like something is missed or something is being lost in translation here. We disown and disavow Rookie as a dog. No, I'm just saying I disavow anybody suggesting women are dogs. That's not cool, man. Not cool. All right, guys. Well, you know what time it is. We need to confess our consumed sins. All right. Gather around, children, gather around. We need to confess our consumed sins. We talked a lot about consumption earlier with Gamergate 2. All right, AC, you're the first one. What are you confessing, boy? What do you got to say to God as he's watching? He wants to know what wrong you have done. Confess right now. Step forward, boy. I want to hear what you got to say. Everybody, get your consumed confessions ready. Type them out and hit enter. Now is your time to repent. Now is time to ask for forgiveness. Have I consumed? I have. I consumed McDonald's the day after last week's stream. Sad face. You know what? Maybe you were a little hungry. Maybe you just didn't have the energy to make yourself a healthy meal at home. Save yourself a few bucks. But you know what? You consumed nonetheless. You consumed the goy slop. Look, I'm no saint. Super Tuesday, I consumed the goy slop because the Don would have appreciated it. We were celebrating Super Tuesday's victory. Oh Lord, you consumed. I just set up my living room as a giant media center. So I have a really beautiful living room, very large, beautiful living room. And I got an 85-inch TV, brand new TCL, 4K. It's got low input for gaming. It's got, fucking no latency. It's got a PC mode. It's got a game mode. So it's got very low input lag. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. I never played games and they looked so good, especially for 85 inches. Ooh, but boy, did I consumed. But you know what, guys? It was because I was having back problems. You know, I'm on my feet all day. I'm running around all day. I'm at the gym for 45 minutes to an hour. And you know what? When I get home from work, I just don't want to stand no more, God. I cannot stand on my feet. I am tired. So I got the 85-inch TV, so I'm sitting down comfortably on this really gorgeous leather sofa. I'm so comfortable, guys. My back problems are going away. My back is healing. Nature is healing. Because I'm no longer sitting in my man cave on my very uncomfortable computer chair. And it's really tall because, gaming standing up desk, and I just can't stand no more. So that's why I consumed. But I have sinned nonetheless. Father, can you forgive me? I did it for my own personal health. And I also upgraded my secondary PC. I got 32 gigabytes, 32 gigs of RAM, DDR4. And it's so fast and it's so gorgeous. I played Red Dead Redemption 2. I played BattleBit with the fellas last night. I played my VR games, and you know what? I had a blast. You know why? Because VR is awesome. And you know, the first thing I heard, some little kid ran up to me in VR. I was playing Contractors VR. He runs up to me, he kills me, and he calls me the N-word. I wasn't even mad. I just had a little tear roll down my cheek, and I'm just like, this is it, man. This is awesome. But I have consumed nonetheless. You ate human meat? Gross. No, I'm not Haitian. That's a lot of inches in consume. How dare you? I know, right? Trollolo. AC Rice, that's a lot of inches. And RAM of consume. Kind of sus. Look, I wanted the RAM. The stupid range was closed for no reason while I was feeling sad and bangy. So I decided to just buy my own gun now. Don't have it yet, though. Well, you know what? I think celebrating the Second Amendment might be an exception to the consume. However, there's just a lot of silliness in the firearm community. And it's possible that you can go too far with your Second Amendment rights. Maybe that's kind of sacrilegious to say as a 2A channel. I don't know. Maybe I should take that back. You know what? I take that back. I don't know if this is a bad thing. I think doing Second Amendment stuff is permitted. However, in the event that you don't know, confess anyways. I want to confess on the thoughts of consume, all right? AC, speak freely. I'm trying to think what else I consumed. Yesterday, I went to a very nice deli. It was a Jewish deli. Had a BLT, no mayo, and some chicken tendies. It's pretty good. Can't complain. Feeling really nice. Feeling really good. Man, I miss this. It's been over a week since I confessed my consumed sins. But here I am, my Lord, and I ask for forgiveness. And I also ask that you protect my brothers and sisters that are in the Gamergate 2 fiasco. They're in the heart of the storm. They're on the front lines. They're being attacked by the globalists. They're being attacked by the internationalists. They're being attacked by the Lucan press. They're being attacked by Hollywood weirdos. They're being attacked by corporate America. They're being attacked by the permanent government, the CIA, the FBI, the DHS. We just want to be free to not consume. We just want to not consume in peace. But my Lord, they're going to make it really hard to not be a non-consumer. And in moments, in tumultuous times like what we are living through, I ask that the Lord protect us non-consumers. We're in a lot of trouble, man. We're going to need all the help we can get. We're going to need all the protection that we can get. The authorities have abandoned us. And I ask for protection now more than ever, and guidance now more than ever. I want to be one of the people that leads these peaceful, friendly nerds to the promised land. I will be their sword and I will be their shield. I constantly struggle with the thoughts of consuming. I think of placing waifus on my pew-pew. God damn it, AC, you better not. I want to consume all waifu products on my pew-pews. They are turning the watchfrogs into kissing each other. Oh. Yeah, no more anime stuff. No anime stuff and firearm stuff. They got to be separate. Separate but equal. Separate but equal. That's the law now. We can't have it. All right, everybody step forward. I want to hear more consume confessions. Stadia Dispatch, I know you're listening. I think you got some consume stories. I have one. A friend of mine, he fell for it. He fell for one of the biggest tricks in the book. There is a meme within the contractors world where regular consumers are buying Cat 7 and Cat 8 cables. And there's no such thing as Cat 7 or Cat 8 on the consumer level. You can buy Cat 7 or Cat 8 on Amazon, but they're not real. They're just cheap Chinese junk. You can go ahead and buy a spool of Cat 6 and Cat 7 or Cat 8 stuff at like a Best Buy or a Home Depot. But contractors buy those, and they use them for very expensive projects. And I explained to my friend, you consumed. You got duped. You got hoodwinked. He doesn't believe me. There's a lot of people who are blind out there. All right, Rookie is in distress, calling for assistance because a big spider is attacking her. Come to Texas, help. I wanted to make a funny comment, but I'm going to have to reserve that. I'm going to bite my tongue, Rookie. Good luck, though. Good luck against that 8-legged freak. The big spooky spider. The big spider has consumed. The spider is consuming Rookie's AC instead of natural air. Bring that spider to the Consume Confessions keyboard. What is that spider consumed? Probably a lot of crickets. Which is fine, which is what they're supposed to do. Good spiders keep out the most sinister pests. However, spiders are pretty disgusting. Especially the brown recluses out here in the Southwest. Your whole skin rots and shit if they bite you. Disgusting. Can't have it. Trying to think what else I consumed. I might buy the Couchmaster. I might consume that just so I can be more comfortable on my little couching escapades. But I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure out a more cost-efficient solution. I don't want to, go too far with my consuming. And honestly, I've been pretty good about consume stuff. I've been really well behaved. I've been really tame. And I only bought like 3 things in this month. We're already in the middle of the month. I consumed baseball merch, replacing a Machado jersey he signed. Can't wear the signed one to games. What the hell? Oh, bro. Oh, dude, you and your fucking sports. Ugh. Yuck. Ugh. Dude, you're like trying to talk to me about all this fucking heteronormative shit like baseball. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck about baseball. They're like, oh, the Oakland A's? Fuck the Oakland A's. Right in the ass. Don't you fucking dare show me that heteronormative shit. I want to talk about fucking election integrity. I want to talk about consume sins. I want to talk about 304s. I want to talk about fucking Gamergate. I don't give a fuck about Oakland A's or the Padres or your Machado jersey. Ugh. Fucking boring. Dude, baseball is so fucking boring. Dude, I'd rather listen to Heels versus Babyface cry about fucking pronouns, than hear anything about fucking baseball. If I was a woman, my vagina would dry up like the desert in Vegas if I heard anyone talking about baseball. Tax money for your county with the A's in Vegas. I don't give a fuck about no tax money for my county. Am I going to see that money? Is it going to go into my bank account? No, so I don't give a shit. I have lost my consume celibate ring. Oh, dude. It's okay, AC. It's going to be okay. Probably because you didn't drink enough at the game. Bro, I don't want... Okay, now you want... Dude, you're consuming product, Stadia Dispatch, and now you want to consume alcohol, which is a product, by the way. Dude, I'm going to have to disavow, bro. Dude, drop on your knees. I need 3 Hail Marys. You fucked up. You're consuming too much. Sports bad. Sports bad. Ugh. Ugh. I mean, I'm one to talk. I like to watch UFC fights, but like I'm not like wearing people's jerseys and shit. I'm not like buying fucking UFC merch. Dude, oh god, Rookie has been gone. Wow, Rookie has been consumed. Yeah, dude, she got eaten by an 8-legged freak. I'm sorry to hear that your vagina is dry. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what, Zombie Bomb? I ain't got shit to say to you. You've been making fun of my hair, calling it a toupee or whatever, saying it's like glued to my face. Disgusting. I have another confession. I have a pair of signed gloves. Signed gloves? What kind of gloves? It's worth money though, signed. LOL. Oh, Jesus. Dude, that's what people say to make themselves feel better, dude. You know what? The money... no, just stop consuming. None of that shit is worth anything. It's all junk. Sell it now. If it's worth money, sell it now. Sell it now. Put it in fucking index fund. Lord, these people are lost. These people need guidance. They have sinned. And more importantly, they need your forgiveness. Especially Stadia Dispatch. Oh, like, Jesus Christ. He's really on that consumer grind, man. She. Oh, God. Ashes to ashes. Dust to dust. Alex Baldwin will go to prison for the shooting on Rust. All right, everybody. That's going to be the consume confession. All right. All right, let's go through these bookmarks really quick, and then I'm out of here. We got a lot of people here. I should have done this on Tuesday because there were a lot of people joining on Tuesday. I had almost 60 people watching on Tuesday, and I fucked up, you guys. But you know what? I didn't miss the show this week. I was only 2 days late. Yeah, dude, this is basically what I want to say to Stadia Dispatch. This is basically what I want to say to him.
Mikey, how you doing? How's it going? Hey, Tommy, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you. Mikey, you watched that recent athletic sports game? You see that? Last Sunday. Football. I don't really do that. That's not really my thing. That's not really my thing, you know what I mean? I'm a guy. Yeah, but it's just, you just dabble in it, It's not, I'm not like a, I don't go that way, but, I like to watch the sports sometimes. It's entertaining. Yeah, first it's sports, then it's, get married to a woman and... Whoa. I didn't say nothing like that. That's what it sounded like. You're going to watch football on Sundays. You sound like a head. I ain't no fucking head, you understand me? I ain't no fucking heterosexual. Don't you fucking say that to me. I'm my fucking husband and adopted children. Don't you dare say that to me. Hey, cool it. All right? I mean, you're the one doing all the weird heteronormative shit, going to fucking football games. What, are you gonna fucking throw a ball with your son, huh? You gonna play a catch with your fucking son, you fucking picket fence motherfucker? You wanna blow your brains out right now? You wanna get your brains blown out right now? You fucking procreating vaginal intercourse motherfucking scumbag.
Oh, God. All right, what else do we got here? Oh, yeah, dude, this little chick right here, she's been making the rounds on social media. I already watched this. Let me see. Did I miss anything important down here? Oh, dude, some of the stuff is from the last show. Let's see. I added black and the spider ran out the door. Oh God. Disavow. Put in the funny money. Hashtag triggered. I know, right? So don't you dare talk to me about that heteronormative shit. All right, so anyway, this chick right here, little Hannah, or Lady Hannah, with outdoor skills will definitely come out well ahead of this internet-only, absolutely dumb non-controversy almost every day. I'm legitimately impressed by how stupid this platform is. Let me see if I can find the initial post here. Let's just listen to what she has to say really quickly. I'll speed it up. 2 minutes is too long.
Morning, y'all. I don't have a Twitter. I did at one point, but my account got removed for whatever reason, and I just hadn't got around to making another account. But apparently I'm trending on Twitter right now because some girl, hey Meryl, some girl said that my accent should be illegal. Women shouldn't do manual labor. What else did she say? American women are basically men, and she just said that I was not feminine. Ooh. And I would tell y'all this girl's name, but I can't remember it because I don't have a clue who she is. So that should tell you how relevant this person is. But I just think it's hilarious because I grew up as the weird kid in high school who hunted and fished too much because back then it wasn't cool for women to hunt or fish or the whole country lifestyle. And I'm so proud of all the women in the outdoors now who are making that more cool or popular. So proud of us. I think we're doing great. But I've been helping Dad build houses since I was 15. When I was a senior in high school, I taught kids how to weld in ag class. So I've done, not manual labor. When I think of manual labor, I think of what my dad does. I'm nowhere near that. I just help as much as I can, and I try. And it's fun. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of blue-collar women out there who are also feminine. And so I just think that you should embrace your own individuality. You should be yourself. And don't worry about what anybody else said, because these folks talking about me and think they're going to offend me, that ship sailed a long time ago. I've been getting picked on my whole life. I grew up around men. Well.
Yeah, she wasn't picked on. She was teased. Big difference, but I get what she means.
So don't be scared to build your own box and don't try to fit in anybody else's. Be your own person, and you'll be happier in the long run because of that. And don't worry about what anybody else has to say. Hope y'all have a good one.
Yeah, yeah. Like in no world is this chick not attractive. She's adorable. I personally like the country girl accent. I'm down with most accents. You know, maybe except like the ghetto one. I'm not really down with that ghetto urban shit. You know, but even then, like sometimes it's not the worst thing in the world. Again, let me just find the initial post that sparked this. So now you get the backdrop. So, of course, Sean accurately states that, like, you know, she's going to come out on top of this because she just has such a winning personality. Let me see if I can find the initial post. Samira Khan. So, this woman, who isn't even American, by the way, traditionally American, she ends up posting about this chick. Let me see. Where's that fucking post? Gosh, she posts a lot. Again, I don't even know who the fuck this woman is. She's just like a nothing internet personality. Just doesn't really do anything. Why don't men want Western women? I mean, this is the kind of stuff she reposts. Again, there's like, if you're like a cuck-servative or you're on the right and you're like chimping out over like cute chicks dancing, and again, I get they look like stupid, but I don't know. I mean, if I was invited to this, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna have fun with them. I'm not going to be like, how dare these women have fun and dance like this? The West is falling. Like, shut up, bitch. Oh, fuck, I can't play that music. Oh, shit, turn it off. All right, let me see. Where's that fucking post? God damn it. Damn it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, 62 million fucking views. This accent needs to be illegal, and women should be banned from doing manual labor like this. There's nothing feminine about American women. American women are literally men. Let me see. So again, the cute girl.
Because I've been pretty terrible about giving y'all these. We took a little break for noodling season and to put out boxes. Now that it's dried in, we can do it at our own pace. But here she is. We're going to stain all that wood a darker brown, and the shutters when we get that on. We'll have handrails, of course. There's the carport over there. Quick run through. All these trusses are going to be exposed, and we're going to have old tin in the ceiling. Got Daddy and Paul up there working on a wall we're going to put up for the upstairs office. And we got Def Leppard playing in the background, of course. Back porch, beautiful view. And then the walkway to the carport. I'll try to be better about these, but you can also use my code Hannah25.
Yeah, dude, I'd rather have a girlfriend like this than somebody like Samira Khan. What a stupid last name. I mean, at least if I'm like doing like a home improvement project, at least this girl can help me. Samira Khan is just sit there and be useless. Probably just take my credit card and spend my money. Let's see what she looks like. And let's see what you guys would prefer. I mean, if this is the game that she wants to play, might as well. Okay, she's got a picture of Richard Nixon and Kissinger. What the fuck? All right, well, anyways, let's go to her Instagram. Let's see what she looks like. The fuck? Okay, well, let's just look at media. All right, so she likes to post images of other women. And trash other women for some reason. Oh, I guess this is her. No, that doesn't look like her. Yeah, she looks like Nikki Haley, kind of like a younger Nikki Haley. Ugh. Let me see. I saw her earlier. Yeah, this is her. I guess. Oh, fucking music, dude. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, this is her. Yeah, I don't know. Not my type. I mean, she's just got too much makeup on. I mean, just the way that she carries herself. I mean, there's nothing wrong here, but just the way that she's carrying herself, the way she presents herself. I mean, this is somebody who thinks very highly of themselves. Probably is not going to be really nice to other people, etc. And just too snooty. Let me see. She's getting fat checked. Yeah, here again. High value American men should become passport bros so they can date women like Samira Khan. Apparently, don't they deserve better than the filth they are limited to in their own country? Do you agree or disagree? Yeah, again, I would take a cute Southern girl who may not have a lot of money over somebody like Samira Khan, who may come from a lot of money based on her last name, oil money. I don't care. Let me see. Melania Trump is the ideal. Yeah, but she's European though. And this girl in the water, she's of European stock too. Samira Khan is not. I don't find Samira Khan particularly attractive. I know some dudes would, but I don't. She's not somebody I would look at twice. She did a little poll. Most physically attractive women: American women, Levantine women, and Eastern European women. And of course, European women, Eastern European women, and American women, which are it's kind of redundant. They're essentially the same. Yeah, Samira Khan's a loser here. And even worse, we're like all like the fucking based and red pill trad fucking conservative Great Sphere morons. They were lashing on to stupid shit like this and just like attacking this chick or having a so-called debate on it. We just called them names I'm not going to say on here and moved on because it's kind of stupid. But I thought that was kind of interesting that so many people would commit to arguing about something so silly. A great rule in life is just don't bother with that shit. Oh, look, it's this chick. For all the Christians that were dogging her for not immediately deleting her OnlyFans, well, she did. It's gone. Praise Jesus. What it feels like deleting my OnlyFans. I don't want to say it's too late. I mean, she's still young. Look, there's going to be a simp out there who's going to take her in and give her the family that she wants. But, no, man, one's for the streets. Always for the streets. And I did send Professor Chronicus a message earlier with a bunch of receipts regarding Eric July. Not all of them. I can't find every single one, but all the juicy stuff. Fuck Eric July. Guy's a piece of shit. Detractors rise up. Let me see. Read some of these. Let's see. I saw that video. Women who can actually take care of themselves is attractive. Yeah, dude, that chick is nothing but attractive. Even if she wasn't like, helping her family out and stuff, like she would still be attractive. Let's not lie to ourselves. Zombie Bomb. This is all Black Rifle coffee publicity stunt. She is one of their models. Oh, no shit. Samir Khan is a Black Rifle coffee ambassador? Zombie Bomb, you got a source for that? I want to see that. I have the accent of champs. It's Aussie, so ladies' panties melt. Dude, chicks do love that Aussie accent. Wait a minute. Friedrich Marx, I thought you were in Europe. I didn't know you were an Aussie. What the fuck? I feel like I've been lied to. Retarded ladies who can't tell how retarded y'all sound. Disavow that, Zombie Bomb. You would wear the pants and dance. I guess I would. Women should do hard labor for historical justice. Disavow. Worst case, they marry you and then bring their actual lover over and divorce you. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. That's a perspective I haven't seen in a while. Steady Dispatch. Very true. Americans are Gaul and Anglo, not Slav. Typical wannabe whites acting like Eastern Europeans are the same as them. Slav, not slave. America has more Mediterranean than Slav. Meds ain't white. I'm not gonna get into this debate with you. I am Australian. I live in the communist Australia, not free America. Dude, you guys have those camps though, those COVID camps. You got, dude. Look, America fucking sucks, but we're still more free than the Aussies. She's talking about the Southern chick in the video being the BRC model, I think. No, that can't be true. All right, dude, hold on. We gotta look into that. What's her name? Fucking Hannah Brown? Yeah, dude, Samira Khan, I can imagine, is a Black Rifle Coffee ambassador. Look at this. Foreign policy analyst, news correspondent, Abrahamic Alliance Against Globalism. I mean, she's saying all the right things, but let me see who she's following. Oh, geez, she's following like 1 million fucking people. The camps for immigrants. Your Yanks got played. Oh, God. Dude, I don't know, bro. Like, I'm not over there. And yes, we did get played. I'm not disputing that, but it seemed like Aussie was hell. The camps were for the immigrants. Interesting. Dude, honestly, that's the first time hearing that. Aussies are more racist though. Yeah, the Aussies are pretty fucking base. I have a few Aussie friends, and they're lovely. I love Australians. I love Australia. I love the Aussies. Look, if you're like European or Eastern European, I know they try to say they're not the same, but they're both of the same. They have a common ancestor, so I just say European just for simplicity's sake. I'm just down with them for the most part. All right, so yeah, I think, yeah, dude, you gotta be more specific. I want to know if this fucking bitch is if it's this one or the other one. If the other chick is a Black Rifle ambassador. Here, let me see if I can find it really quick. I see the link to the Twitter about it on Discord. Okay, thank you, Rookie. Hold on, let me see. All right, so I got it pulled up here. All right, so I don't know what this count is. Deutscher J1 J1776. Good morning, friends. I cracked the case. The whole tomboy argument between the Lebanese clown and Hannah was just a marketing bait to get more attention towards their brand. The Black Rifle Coffee donated money to the Democrats' DNC, and when I called them out last year, they blocked me. Yes, I'm aware of that. Okay, so the promotion is subtle. Her friend Heather works for them. Let's see. We let the bigger ones go. I've eaten a few of the smaller ones with Hannah and her dad. Fried catfish are amazing. They're trying to appeal to conservatives to promote their brand. Watch for the company to magically get involved in this. Let's see. Adding this to the thread, thanks. White supremacy is to human rights. Okay, I'm not really seeing evidence yet. Courtesy Furious Pertinax. More advertisement. Okay, she's wearing... Is that even Hannah? That doesn't look like her, though. Black Rifle could be like, America, fuck yeah. Oh, God, disavow this racist character. I disavow this. Yo, let's get some gorilla emojis in the chat if you stand with Israel to combat this hate on the screen. Well, I wouldn't exactly say they're pro-America. Surprise, all little boys got played by a video with a pretty face and boobs. People sure love their psyops. I hate that company, dude. Okay, I'm looking through this, but... All right, hold up. All right, so this is Heather Lynn. Let's go back to my bookmarks really quick. All right, I'm looking up this Sarah Fields. All right, so Heather Lynn, and this is Heather Barron. All right, I'm trying to find... Let's see. Oh, let's look it up. Heather Barron. Yeah, so these seem like two different people. It seems like so on March 10th, Heather Noodles with Hannah. Oh man. Yeah, so this bitch right here, this is a Black Rifle Coffee bitch. The one on the right. And the chick on the left, that's the Hannah Barron is a feminine, is as feminine as it get. Pretty woman, blah, blah, blah. Hannah and Heather, blah, blah, blah. All right. Well, it seems like the Black Rifle Coffee bitches are wasting no time latching themselves onto this chick. So that would be upsetting if this is a psyop, but I'm not really convinced right now. Okay, so I got another lead here. Let me see. All right, the Truth Seeker. Yes. All right. All right. So this posted on March 12th. All right, so this is Hannah Barron. She's wearing a Black Rifle Coffee tank. All right, so it looks like everyone's about to turn on Hannah Barron. This is a Black Rifle Coffee ad? Question mark. Look. I get where you're coming from, and this is a very troubling development. I mean, I'm looking through the photos. I see the photos here. All right, what do the frogs think? What does the chat think? Chat always knows. All right, so we got a lot of skepticism. Okay, so we got brown face emojis. We got a couple gorilla emojis in support for Israel. It's very good. They are different chicks. Yeah, they are different chicks. Hannah is a model for them. All her IG photos have Black Rifle merch, and the other lady is her friend or something, someone who works for them. Do you have a link to this chick, the chick who was being bullied by the Lebanese woman? It seems sketch. JD Dallas, you might be right. However, the sentiments around the debate is still the same. Like, you're just retarded for engaging in like, oh, better. What women is better, more ideal? Ooh. All right, so it was Hannah Barron. Yes. So this chick right here. Yeah, where's her Instagram? This chick right here. The one that had to deal with the Middle Eastern chicks attacking her. Let's see who she's following. This will be the dead giveaway. If we see Black Rifle Coffee Company, Rookie called it. Real AF clips. Okay. And if we see, try to look for the names of the figureheads of Black Rifle Coffee. I'm going to go through this slowly. Hodge twins. Ryan Fournier. All right, so she's pro-Trump, so I guess that's good. We got some pro-Trump stuff in here. Theo Vaughn. Theo Vaughn's okay, I guess. Who the fuck is Big E? Marjorie Taylor Greene. Cool. All right, we're not entirely through the list yet, guys. We got some Louder with Crowder, former Louder with Crowder guys, Jared Monroe. We got Tim Pool dudes, Luke Radowski, or whatever the fuck you say his name. You know who he is. Riley Gaines, the anti-transformer girl. We got Tucker Carlson. Barstool Sports, Steven Crowder. Oh, she's following Modestin Cawthorn. It's a good follow right there. He's a good lad. Chad Prather. So she's more like on the kind of bass, like 1 foot in the bass department, but she's more like normie, right? Still cool. Yeah, I don't see any Black Rifle shit. She's not following any Black Rifle shit. And I don't really see any of the big wigs of Black Rifle Coffee Company. It doesn't surprise me that Black Rifle Coffee Cucks would reach out to her and help her out and, you know, kind of give her like send me her Instagram. If you guys have her Instagram, I mean, that'll be the dead giveaway. All I know is that she's hot and dating material. Yes, Spencer, that's correct. I don't use Instagram, so no, I don't have the link. Those photos people are posting with Black Rifle and shirts are all from there. I'm hearing bass. Yeah, no, Hannah Barency's all right. And again, this seems more like if you're correct, Rookie, which you might be. I'm leaning more towards you might be. I see this more as like Black Rifle Coffee Company just being opportunists, trying to do their best to repair their image with people on the right. Renegades looks like a dude, funny for the anti-trans and typical Rookie line like a typical. Okay, Rookie was not lying. I think Rookie has her heart in the right place. Again, that's what the Watchfrogs is about. We're always noticing things, and there's nothing wrong with noticing the shirt. That is a red flag. But a lot of times these companies will be like, hey, Hannah, you're being bullied by like this like dumb bitch. Like, here's a bunch of our merch and shit. Like, hey, we want to hang out with you. Chad Prather did this. A lot of right-wing influencers, they did this. Like, there were like some kids that were like MAGA kids. They were like pro-Trump kids, and they were being bullied and spit on and shit. And like the right-wing guys, they all came out to their defense. So that doesn't mean that they're going to be like, oh yeah, raw Black Rifle Coffee and all that stupid shit. If they're being helped by people, they're just gonna accept the help, you know. Can I super chat some dark humor? You can super chat whatever you want, man. You can super chat whatever you want. I don't tell you guys what to do. I don't force anybody to do anything they don't want to do. I mean, again, my whole ethos is freedom. Disavow Friedrich Marx. Riley Gaines is a lovely, attractive young lady, very athletic. Nothing wrong with her. Disavow. Let me see. Trying to find Hannah Barron on Instagram. Oh, dude, I don't want this to be a psyop, bro. I mean, this is what passes for a tomboy. C was following James Kirkpatrick, which is good. Yeah, he's all right. Decent lad. Yeah, see, like stupid shit like this. I don't see her as being a tomboy at all. I would take her over the get money fake Instagram women any day. She's pretty, hasn't mutilated herself, and you know she would take care of her man. Yeah, she does have a boyfriend. Any man that finds tomboys attractive is a rainbowish, said the sad guy. Yeah, dude, like I just don't give a fuck about like retards' opinions like this. Bro. Like I just see stuff like this. I don't even bother engaging with it. Again, there's tomboys, they like dudes, they date dudes, and I don't really, I mean, tomboys is just an aesthetic as far as I can tell, and maybe a lifestyle to a degree, and there's nothing wrong with it at all. I don't really care about this debate. All these dorks that are caught up in this stupid shit, like this, like again, Samira, gup shup and chill, tomboyism, Anglo versus Eastern femininity. Yeah, dude, you're Middle Eastern. When you say Eastern, like, be specific. Eastern Europe, good. Middle East, meh. At least in terms of women. But again, to each your own. God damn it. Euro Walmart Andrew Tate. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see any evidence that this is a whatchamacallit, Black Rifle coffee plant. However, we will be more vigilant in the future. Let's see, do we have anything else? No. Guys, we have gone well over an hour. This is probably one of my longest streams, and I'm done. I need to get water. I want to eat some food, and I got to get ready for tonight. So, everybody, I'm so sorry I was not here on Tuesday. You know, we'll be back to the regular programming next week. I got a lot of work to do. I got to clean some stuff, and hopefully next week, whole slew of independent, standalone, short form content along with the stream. And who knows, I might be doing fun streams like lazy boy games, stream like chill streams in the living room where I'm like more comfortable. You know, just want to be comfy when I do gaming shit. Because standing and gaming, I can do it, but sitting in this chair right behind me is just not super comfortable. And yeah, everybody, thank you so much for joining and hanging out. I sincerely appreciate it. Everybody who was on Rumble here, let me check Rumble really quick. Make sure I didn't miss anything there. Okay, yeah. All right, we're good there. What's going on with my thing on Facebook? Okay, so everything on Facebook is good. All right, guys. Yeah, everything was really well. Everything went well. Thank you guys for bearing with me. Thank God I was able to salvage my fuck up sound shit in the beginning of the show. So embarrassing. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Peace out. I am out, and I'll see you next week. Join the Discord community. Link in the description. Come say hi.